Brunjorn felt alone. He glanced up and noted the waning light diffused by the clouds as he walked alongside a cheerful Enya, who was clearly still under the charm effect put on her by Strahd. His opinions on the man remained in his head as his hand throbbed with pain beneath his glove. He quickly learned that any attempt to speak reason to the young elf would only fall on deaf ears. It was like sharing a stroll with a stranger. No, a stubborn child wearing thick rose-colored spectacles. Technically, she is a child, Brunjorn reminded himself. Even though she outnumbered him in years, she was considered far younger than he when comparing races and cultures. That was odd to think about. What good are those extra years now? Brunjorn glanced down at Enya, who appeared to be coming back to her senses. Hours later, darkness fell, and the gates of Kretsk loomed in the distant evening sky.
Yeah, Bruno and Ennett, you guys arrive kind of after dinner, but before bedtime, so you guys get some leftovers from the meal, and you guys presumably have your conversation where you both are like, so Strahd, huh?
Yes, charming fellow, as I
Listen,
said.
I kind of liked the guy.
Yeah, he liked you too, Enya.
I don't see a problem with that. He offered me happiness and luxury. Well, he offered me luxury.
Oh, Michaela's gonna be a villain. Michaela's gonna be a villain. She's gonna turn evil.
Oh my word.
Says the renegade.
My opinion of Enya falls slightly.
Sithrin will remember that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would never.
And yet,
I should,
Nope, never. Never. Absolutely not.
Would you like a ball bearing?
oh my gosh.
Hey kid, you want a fucking ball bearing?
Can I offer
Swallow
you
it.
a ball bearing in this
in this
trying
trying
time?
that was the funniest. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So you guys go to bed, having a very eventful and concerning day, full of revelations and terror and handsome, dashing vampire single men. Apparently, because that's a thing that we're into now. The night
We were never not.
The night passes pretty uneventfully. Sithrin, I don't need to tell you what happens. I'm pretty sure you know. Some concerning things. And you guys are actually woken up to some yelling coming from downstairs. Not like concerned, like everyone's panicking yelling, just like some like, hey, we need blah, blah, blah. You can't really tell what they're saying because they're all the way downstairs. But who's all in the same room as Ulyra? Sithrin. So Anna actually bursts into your guys' room, and you guys are both awake. You go around in nothing but a loincloth. I can only assume you sleep in it. And that you have no qualms.
I forgot about that detail. That makes everything he's ever done in this game so much funnier. Oh my god.
Yeah, Anna busts in to your room. Okay, yeah, you're doing your morning, well, not yoga, but whatever you want to call it.
Calisthenics.
Sure.
Exercises.
Yes, self-exercises. Anyway, and she looks around, like sees Ulyra, and she's like, would you come help me? There's a baby being born in the town. I'd like your help.
Fuck, okay.
What the hell? No. What the?
She's like, well, you seem to know something about healing magics, and we might have you
Yeah,
on
mhm.
standby, and you were very helpful in the
Yes,
healing.
of course.
I also know
Of-
about healing magic.
Of course, I
She's
will
not
assist
busting
you.
into your room.
Raiden?
But anyways, so you come downstairs, and the yelling was from the two people who were coming from the house where the baby's being born, and you guys all go over there. Cithrin, do you follow or just stay behind?
I'll follow. I'm curious.
Yeah,
Also,
no
I
one.
need distraction.
Yeah, no one really stops you. They're just kind of like, all right.
Uh-oh, I'm
Naked
curious.
big naked barbarian dude goes where big naked barbarian dude wants to go. But the birth, it doesn't actually take that long, and like when the baby is finished being born, Anna's acting as the midwife. You're kind of standing on the sideline, waiting to go into action if you're needed, feeling kind of awkward, I would assume. But the baby
I don't
comes
feel
out,
awkward.
and Anna like gives it, the normal slaps you'd give to a newborn baby, and it's not crying. Anna looks, and she looks kind of sad, and the mother looks kind of
Oh,
sad
no.
as well. And Anna's like, "Oh, I'm sorry" to the mother, and she's like, "Well, at least we can still love him and cherish him." And everyone seems a little bit down, but still happy that there was a baby born. And as things are wrapping up, you guys are walking out of the house and walking back to the burgomaster's house. Do you want to talk during that time?
If it's not crying, does that mean it's dead? I don't.
Yeah, I thought you
don't
meant
know.
it was.
No,
it was
it's
dead.
clearly alive, but it is not crying.
So then why is that bad? I don't know anything about childbirth. Like what?
I mean, well,
Like he's had it
Most
already.
babies cry when they're born.
So if it's not crying, like
Yeah.
what does that mean? Is it just like unhealthy or?
Well, see,
Well, I
you
think
see
that's what we're
Elira's
gonna talk
walking
about.
with Anna currently, so you asking these questions is preventing her from asking these questions.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. I turn to Anna and I say, if there's other people around, so quietly, so no one else hears. I just say, is there something wrong with the baby?
Well, when a baby is born and doesn't cry, it means the baby has no soul. So they'll.
How do you know this?
It's commonly known. This is intense music for this. it's some would call it superstition. We call it, just common knowledge.
Does it happen often?
Probably about a third of all babies who are born
Wait,
are born
what happened?
without a
Sorry,
soul.
I was trying to guide a DoorDasher.
No worries. Anna's
Of course,
just having a conversation with Elira. So he'll grow. He'll seem like a normal child, but he'll never experience joy or sadness or anything. He'll just be the shell of a person. He'll know fear, but that's it.
Well, fuck.
Well, that's
That doesn't sound great.
You can tell the soulless apart from the souls, those with souls, because the soulless, they just look like they're without color. They don't wear bright colors of clothing or have any like color to their cheeks and their face. And as she says that, huh?
How many are in the village?
That's a good question.
Probably about a third of everyone here. And as you guys look around after hearing that, some things start falling into place, and you start actually noticing that about, every few people, there's like a person who's just kind of standing there, kind of with a dead expression on their face. Not like,
See, I just thought that was an NPC.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're basically normal NPCs, and everyone else is a living person. That's a good way to think about it. They don't seem like, zombies or dead or anything. They just seem like, kind of unimaginative and little empty, if anything.
Mhm.
But yeah, you guys arrive back at the burgomaster's house, and Anna says, "Well, thank you for your help. I appreciate you being there." And then she looks
I'm
at
sorry.
Guthrum, and then looks back at you.
I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do to help the child.
No, nothing can be done. You either have a soul or you don't. That's just the way it is. I would say that we were lucky because all of our children had souls, but now we only have one, so what kind of luck is that? Anyways,
I don't have the social skills for this interaction.
anyways, would you all
Don't be crying.
would you all
in
like
the,
some
in the green folder?
Oh, she's talking with someone else. I was like, what?
Sorry, not you guys.
Yeah, would
It'll
you
be
all
in the green folder with your initials
like
on it.
some breakfast? It's a little past dawn, and I imagine you all want to get an early start to whatever you're going to be doing today.
No.
Yes.
Yes, we would love some.
Well,
Yes,
I'll prepare it
definitely.
if you want to go get your companions, and then you'll have a warm meal waiting for you down here.
I'm loudly
I shall
snoring.
Rouse them from their slumber.
My mouth is like
I-
wide open, just snoring and just spit just like blasting out.
I wake up Brunyorn with a gentle stroke along the cheek.
I grab your arm aggressively and then realize it's you, and then I just roll my eyes.
Isaac, as you wake up, the sigil on the back of your hand, it still hurts almost as much as it did yesterday.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
still a stinging, throbbing pain.
you'll notice it obviously because I've grabbed your arm with that hand. So you see it on my arm, on my hand.
Yeah.
And then you'll notice I also have a very sullen expression ever since.
Wait, have you guys told us about your encounter with Strahd yet? So would I know what this is?
Yeah. Remember we met last week?
That was
Okay.
the assumption that was happening last night. Just
Okay.
just
Well, then I'll.
at the very least to keep everyone abreast of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know.
I grab your hand and I say, still looks the same as yesterday.
Were you expecting it to change?
Wounds usually do.
Not from those put upon me by immortal souls, I would imagine.
Not this type of wound.
Wound of the
sigil.
heart.
I think this might stick with me for a long time. Serve as some sort of reminder of what happened here.
That you're a dick.
Maybe you'll
Listen,
actually
he
learn
already
your
got
lesson
burned
from the
once.
immortal vampire.
Sorry.
No, just kidding.
Anyway, since Elira isn't there, I'm gonna ignore that. Anyway, we should get down to
I just
breakfast.
think it. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm in another room. I just think it in that moment.
I don't want. Anyway, we should get down to breakfast. I don't wish to discuss this any further.
Very well.
Yes. Yeah. As you guys wake up.
As you pass by my bed, I fall out and then plot after you.
All right. Yeah. As you guys come down to breakfast, Ilya has prepared some bacon, some eggs, some other delicious things. It's a moderate amount. It's these people. They've got a delicate ecosystem that they can't, disrupt too much. Otherwise, they're gonna totally screw over their ability to feed themselves. But it's really nice that they're treating you like this to good food and all that. Over breakfast, Anna kind of talks to Dimitri and tells him about the events of the morning. It's like, oh well, the Fiddletovs, they had their baby this morning. It was soulless. And he's like, oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
Bad business. Nothing.
Okay. Ilya is, quiet. He's been quiet since the events of last night. He was quiet the rest of the evening, and he's been quiet this morning. Seems like he's just recovering from all the stuff that he went through.
Isaac and Michaela know what happened.
I
that, right?
watched the session.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Michaela,
watched
are you there?
think she's
No, I
grabbing.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you know what happened with Ilya?
They used the stone we found during the fight with Dragnacarta to cure him, and he threw up a bunch of cursed essence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so he's better.
You're good. All right, so he's better now.
Yeah.
He's all good.
Oh.
Yeah, so you guys finished up breakfast. It's, early in the morning, probably around 6, actually. It was a pretty early start. What do you guys want to do?
Well, an early start gives us plenty of time to travel to the tower.
Or plenty of time
Yes.
to catch some sleep.
Are we traveling to the tower?
Would you like more sleep, Brunyorn?
Actually,
To leave Runyorn behind so he can catch up on his beauty sleep.
which tower are you referring?
Fine,
That's where
what's
we're
her
supposed to
name?
meet Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Yep.
Or we could go to the Paladin place.
That's possible. I can
Yeah.
We're not going to the Paladin place yet.
William, I'm going to have to ask you to refrain from mentioning the Paladin place until we all decide to go there as a team.
Wow.
I think Cithrin has a great idea, except we could totally go to the Paladin place, because I don't remember him telling me not to say it.
You guys are mean. I will go to the tower, see if I care.
You can kick our ass.
Do what you wish. I don't care. It's not
All
important
right.
to me anymore.
So I'm just waiting for you guys to give me an official decision.
I used
vote we
might
go
and
to the
punch
tower.
Brunyorn. So guys.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I vote we
yeah,
go to the
tower.
tower to meet Esmeralda.
Tower.
Vote we go to tower. At some point, guys, we do need cold weather clothing. You know.
You guys need cold weather clothing.
I'm putting
guys
on my
need cold
coat,
weather.
You guys need cold weather.
my little children's coat that I got last session.
Yeah, Drew has a
I'm a naked
barrel.
barbarian.
All right, so I'm hearing the tower. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
The tower.
Yes.
All
the
right.
Tower.
It is. You guys know the way. You all saw it from the bridge, like I told you earlier.
Wait. I'm sorry, Cithrin, go drink out of the pool real quick.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I walk along down to the pool and have a good old...
join him.
All right.
What?
I'm going to the pool too.
Okay. Yeah. Cithrin, you feel a release, a good feeling. Can't stop talking about this like it's something sexual. You feel better. Brunyorn, you feel better for a moment, and then it's back to hurting.
Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to meditate while I'm waiting for Cithrin,
Alright,
and then I'm
yeah,
gonna head out.
And yeah, the shrine to the Morning Lord is there. It's the small one.
Does that like reduce my time
Morning
between
Lord?
bouts by 20% or something?
What? Morning Lord? Yeah. Isaac is becoming aware of this, but basically, you guys could not have picked your classes and everything better for this. Like if we'd planned it out, Isaac being a servant of the sun makes him a servant of the Morning Lord, essentially because the Morning Lord is literally the god of the sun and the morning and everything. So like,
And there's no sun here.
Yeah, there's no sun here. So like that's also thematically appropriate that he's a paladin or a cleric of the sun in a land with no sun that worships God is the sun. All of the things line up. There's a lot of morning that you guys will find out. But yeah, you guys set out. They open the gates for you guys to leave. They're kind of getting used to you guys at this point being around and are kind of appreciating you because you've actually started to do some pretty good deeds for the town. Been a bit of an asset. So as you guys are leaving, they're like, bye, come back soon.
I've got
Does the
assets.
pig lady still hate me?
Huh?
Does the pig lady still hate me?
Probably.
You don't see her. She kind of lives towards the back of the town. But yeah.
I mean, I think Strahd is the only one here that is overly fond of you.
Wow.
Yikes, that's a roast.
No, oh my god, I wasn't talking about me and the villagers and people.
in a tree.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yes.
pat you on a clothed part of your back.
It's about 4 hours to the bridge. Man, you guys are just walking through this wonderful.
I would like to take a
Walking
moment
in
to
a
veer off
winter
the path in a random
wonderland.
direction to try to find secret hidden treasure.
Which at what hour
Don't
and
do
which
that.
direction?
Don't do that.
Look at him smile.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
see
stop
the
the party for a second. Does anyone think there's gonna be hidden treasure like that way?
Nope.
This isn't the
Nope.
fucking Witcher.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, yeah, 4 hours. You guys arrive at the bridge where you can see the
While
tower from.
while we're traveling, I practice my common.
Okay, yeah.
Brynjar.
You're getting actually reasonably good at common, so your communication skills have significantly improved.
I go hip,
Wait,
hop,
hey,
hippity
You
hop,
want a better
flip,
teacher
flip,
than
flop,
me, I'm a pretty
hippity hop.
pathetic choice.
Especially with that extra lesson from Helga, who actually spoke Goblin, so you were able to get some good stuff from her.
Yay, hell good.
But yeah, you guys see the tower, and as you're walking, you see like a path, a place where the road branches off into kind of just a foot-worn path, not anything official. You guys see maybe the evidence of some wagon wheels going.
Is this forested or non-forested?
Wanna
It's
touch
all
the
forest.
wagon.
I will let you guys know when you leave the forest, huh? There's
Do not touch the wagon.
Wagon wheels.
I want to touch
Like
the wagon.
ruts. Okay.
There's not a wagon there anyway.
When we get to the wagon, I
Don't
want to
touch it.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys
Daring?
walk, you guys see another branching path that leads out to the peninsula, where you guys see the tower, which I will post another picture of just to give you guys all a refresher. There is
Esmeralda's
no wagon. There was one there yesterday, but there is not one there now.
Damn. Well, this was a wasted trip.
I guess so.
Just walked 4 hours to get. Yeah, I know that vibe.
I mean, you guys have walked 4 hours in the direction of everything, so it's not necessarily wasted.
I go, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and then I look up at Brynjar and like he's supposed to be proud of me.
Where the fuck did you learn that?
I don't even remember teaching you those words, but okay.
What do you guys want to do now?
Ribbit.
Well, I don't want to go to the tower because she told us about how dangerous it is if we don't know what we're doing, and she's not here. So
While you
no.
guys are
There's
kind of
I-
standing around deciding what to do, you hear the howl of a wolf like off in the distance.
Oh fuck, buddy.
Prepare yourself.
Some
Strahd has
way
returned.
to the
Strahd?
west.
Hey
somewhere
guys.
to the west.
Hey guys, did my boyfriend come back?
The heart
my
grows
God.
fonder.
Took me a second.
Let's not go west because that sounds dangerous, and also Strahd said if we go east, we will not run into trouble. But
Did
not west.
Esmeralda say when she'd be here?
Oh,
Nope.
she just said if the wagon was here, she was around. The wagon is not here. She's not
Okay.
around.
I would like to check to see how long the wagon has been gone.
Okay, yeah. Give me a nature check. Because that's a tracking thing.
Got a 12.
You guys remember seeing it here last night? It wasn't that late. It was, probably late afternoon when you saw it. And you think that it probably left sometime during the night is all you can gather, but you don't really have any idea about how far away it would be.
Wow.
Are we anywhere close to that town? What was it, Volaki? Where we can buy things?
You guys, do you remember the instructions on how to get to Volaki? Because you guys haven't gotten a map to go there or anything.
I didn't write it down. Does anybody else have
My
instructions?
notes. I thought.
And your options currently are you saw a path branching south right after the bridge, which you know leads to the Wizard of Wine's winery and Yestra Hill. There was another one branching south about a half-hour walk after that, and then another about 20 minutes after that was this one branching north that you're currently on. The one that you're currently on that goes to the tower continues going into the woods more north-ish, and the path, Svalich Road, that you now know as Svalich Road, also continues going kind of southeast after the branch that you were at. So your options are to take that branch south, which you don't know where it goes, or to continue along this path, or to go back to Svalich Road and keep moving east.
Did someone write down the instructions for how to get to the place?
Yeah, I feel like Velaki was east, but I don't know because I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I had
was
that
east.
feeling too, but I could be wrong.
We shall wander blindly through the forest.
Okay,
I
you
say
guys.
go east.
All right, so which path are you taking?
East path.
South.
The one that goes
path.
east.
Okay, there were two that went east. The one you're currently on goes northeast, and the other one went southeast.
Let's do the northeast one.
Okay. Let me roll some dice here.
Oh no.
You guys love it when the dice get broken.
I
up.
love it. I love it so much.
It's just a random
it's really
encounter.
good.
Calm down.
But it
Where's
could
that
be
fucking
bad.
video I sent? The DM rolls a bunch of
You guys are actually good. You guys hear like another couple of howls coming from the direction, off to the west. They sound fairly distant though, and it sounds like they're moving like north-ish, but you're not anywhere near them. You can just hear them, occasionally howling, every couple of, like maybe half hour or so.
That's really fucking ominous.
But yeah, all right, yeah, you guys continue traveling along the road. Eventually, it turns and starts heading directly east. The farther north you get, the more unused the road is. It's clear that like no one really comes along this way.
So how far to Velaki you think, guys?
Check some things.
I think we might have gone the wrong way. Strahd's Tower is also east, and I sure don't want to go there.
I turn to Brunyorn and I say, "You're my servant, right?"
I serve the sun. The only way I could be your servant is if you were the sun. Are you the sun, Drug?
I think so. I like to think so.
Yeah.
The only thing that resembles the sun in your case is your pallid yellow color.
Yes. I am the sun.
One shot where we all play fucking U.S. presidents.
You guys travel along that road for about 2 hours, and then the road turns directly south again. And you go that way for kind of just, like a half hour, not that long. And you guys suddenly find yourself back on like a well-traveled path at a crossroads, where the road that you're currently on is kind of like more paved and more used at this point, and it keeps going south. But you're at a crossroads now, where one side goes across a bridge directly to the east, and the other road goes kind of southwest. At the road comes to an intersection with branches to the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusts upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in 4 directions, lies in the weeds nearby.
I will read it.
Shit. That's not very useful.
It's still got a signpost on it. I can go read it, right?
Yes, on the sign you see, on the actual signpost, it says Kretsk and Solenka Pass. Sorry, Solenka Pass, like P-A-S-S, is in one direction. Lake Baratok is in another direction. Velaki and Ravenloft in another direction, and Berez in another direction.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick that piece up and hold it so that Kretzk is pointing the direction we came.
All right. Yes. Well, the direction you came from is kind of directly north, but you can, pretty easily guess. You know what? Actually, roll a survival check for me because
I have a better idea.
Yeah.
Can we just try to fit the piece back
I
onto
was
where it broke?
about that, but you think
I'm sure it should align in a certain way because of the way it's broken.
Yeah, but it also is pretty degraded. So
when you guys try that, it actually is pretty obvious how the sign is supposed to fit.
Oh, okay.
And so you see on the sign, going back the way you came from is Lake Baratok. Heading to the southwest, it says Kretzk and Solinka Pass. To the east, it says Vallaki and Ravenloft, and to the south, Berez. And the east goes across a bridge.
East is Vallaki, right?
Well, I guess we were all right in remembering that Vallaki is east, so that's something.
You guys are going to head in that direction?
Can I try to fix the signpost before we leave?
What do you want to do to fix it?
I have some ball bearings.
That's probably not going to work.
Can I offer you ball bearings in this trying time?
Why am I so whitewashed? Freaking white balance on this thing is a joke.
I have rope. That's all I got.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have magical duct tape. I added that to my inventory last session, Alec.
All right, go ahead and remove it for me. Thank you.
We could.
Okay. I'm just gonna hammer the the pieces like in as far as they'll go back to each other, and then wind a bit of rope around it.
I got a better idea.
Okay.
Look, if we just set it down on the ground next to the path in the correct orientation, it's less likely to fall off later on due to a storm, and it'll still be pointing the right way. You just have to get up close.
Well, yeah, but somebody could kick it, or a storm could blow it, or anything.
It's got enough.
Will probably knock it over.
Anybody have nails? I got a hammer.
It's got enough broken half.
Pythons, by the way, pitons or whatever, are basically like big nails. Like what you would stake a tent down with, in case you're wondering.
How much of the top sign with the actual sign is still left on it?
Actually,
it's about like a quarter.
I have pythons, guys.
We could.
I have a hammer.
We could
I also have a hammer.
See, here's the easier way without expending any resources. We could just put the sign back in the ground using the remainder of it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, we could just stick it because there's enough
It's
blanks.
like a quarter. Like the top of the sign that you have is like this big. It's not.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Okay.
It's not going to be enough.
I say let's use the nails to put it back.
I think we should use the pythons. I have 10 of them. I'm willing to give up 2 to fix
Wouldn't
the sign.
even feel like one would be
They're
enough.
probably too big for the signpost anyway.
Sithrin, you're going to go ahead and get inspiration for your idea to put the sign back together. And everyone else would have gotten inspiration for fixing the sign, except you already have inspiration, so use your inspiration so I can give it to you again.
I don't have inspiration anymore. I used to.
You were voting actively for not fixing the sign, so you don't.
No, I was saying to fix it in a more smart way without wasting stuff.
You just said stick it in the
All right.
fucking
Who cares if we lose a nail? Like
Whoever had the pythons can go ahead and remove 2.
Stick it in the ground.
Do we need 2 or 1?
You could probably fix it with 1, but it's like wobbly with 1.
Use 2. You don't need 10 of those.
I don't think this was Alec's plan when we started the session. We found the broken sign and spent 10 minutes discussing how to fix it.
No, I've got it all planned out, guys. Don't worry. I knew that this would be a potential location along your journey. I just didn't prepare extensive explanations for a broken sign.
Yeah.
You go to the broken sign, and here's a 10-page description of how creepy it
Most
is.
people, when they see a broken sign, they'd be like, okay, and then they move on.
The branching timelines did predict this occurrence
All
in
right,
the simulation.
you guys go ahead and put the sign back together and head in which direction?
East
Vallaki.
towards Vallaki.
Yeah, so good.
Baby, say hi.
You
She's
guys
a
find the
ball.
money at the crossroads.
Yay! I make friends with it. I befriend it.
Wait, everyone, stop!
Oh, I thought you
Don't
said
alert it.
money.
No, bunny.
Don't alert it. If you alert it, it'll run away. We can make this meat last for at least a few days.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I turn around and I punch him in the face. I punch him so hard right
I
in
block
his
it.
face.
I simply block it.
No, actually, we don't know if you block it. Make an attack roll, Elira.
I'm gonna use Shillelagh on his ass.
Well,
Do it.
if you're punching, use attack with an unarmed strike. We'll see how that goes first.
Okay.
Hey, do you want one of my spell slots saved in my ring?
Oh,
Damn, I got a 12.
I simply grab your arm and throw it to the side.
Jeez.
Well, I follow up with my other arm. You didn't see that coming.
Oh well, if I have a feeling I probably would.
Roll
Anyway.
attack.
A nat 20!
Oh my gosh, Isaac, you take 2 damage from.
No, you get no. You get disadvantage because I already blocked your first attack.
No, she doesn't get disadvantage, and you don't get to decide what gets advantage or disadvantage.
As I see this
I'm
punch,
not about to take 2 damage.
Listen, I turned around and like went to punch you with this hand, and you knock it away, but I would follow it up with a uppercut.
Elira is pretty handy in in a fight. She knows what she's doing, so it's not like you're objectively better than her.
I see this punch happen, and I just I've got the bunny like halfway in my mouth, I'm about to like swallow it whole, and I see the punch, and I just sort of like put it back on the ground and just like trying to let it like scurry away.
I pick up the bunny, I glare at you, and I walk far away and release it and speak gentle words to it.
All right.
Listen,
I
Elira,
stand
this
there
may hurt
watching.
here, but people eat rabbits. It happens.
Not people.
It's like
with me.
I wasn't going to kill it. Just save it for later.
I'm just
That's
sitting there
concerning on multiple levels.
staring,
You put it in your mouth.
Sea
very
frogs
concerned.
eat some pretty large things.
And it doesn't take you that long until, off in the distance, you see what looks like the beginning of a wooden palisade wall with some sturdy gates off in the distance. As you're approaching from this direction, shortly before you arrive at the gates, you see a path heading directly south, which looks like it's been well traveled by a bunch of wagons. You guys can go that way, or you can go up to the gates. Up to you.
Let's go the wagon way.
Yeah, I'd like to go the wagon way.
All right. Let me turn some pages here. It took me an entire week to sort this location out. So,
My God.
got it.
Hold on. I'm still listening.
Okay. All right. You guys walk down this path, for maybe 2 minutes. It's and it's pretty clear. The forest starts opening up a bit. This is like a fairly inhabited place. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small, grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area. And you guys would have some idea that those wagons are Vistani wagons. You've seen these kinds of things before. They looked a little bit like Esmeralda's wagon, and they look kind of similar to the wagons that belong to the first Vistani that you encountered. I have a picture of what you guys are seeing somewhere. Probably have to download it real quick, which will literally take 2 seconds because I've got it all pulled up.
Were you expecting us to come to Malaki, or is this
Okay, so I figured you guys were going to come to at least one, maybe two of 3 locations, and one of those was Velaki. So I'm ready.
Okay.
The other one was the tower, and the other one was the paladin place.
Oh, you go to the paladin place.
Apparently, you guys have a real bias against there.
You guys really hate me.
Yeah,
No,
they
it just
don't-
seems like
they
we
don't
got
care.
pressing business.
Well, it could be once you open the quest up. You never know.
It's a side quest.
They say visit the College of Winterhold, and nothing bad happens until you get there, and then it's life or death.
Why?
Exactly. So let's not get there for a little while.
Yeah, I can see
This
that.
way, no life or death.
It's a bit of a small picture, but this is what it looks like.
Lucky.
Yes, a fun location.
Ooh.
But yeah. Yeah, as you guys approach, you guys can see like a few people standing around the houses that are around the base of the hill. They look like gray-skinned elves. You guys, at least the elf players, so Cithrin and Enya, would know the various different kinds of elves. These don't look like elves you've seen anywhere really before. You know, drow are like, they've got pure black skin, like ebony kind of colored. It's almost shiny, but these guys seem to just have gray skin.
Because they're from Morrowind.
Dark elves.
No, that's not. Oh, these are drow?
They are not drow, is what I was saying.
about to say.
You guys recognize
Drow are
them
dark
as
elves.
not drow. Yes. And as you guys approach, you can hear raised voices coming from the tent at the top of the hill.
Okay.
And the elves just kind of like look at you as you approach. They don't seem like interested in talking or anything until they see Enya and Cithrin. And then they do a bit
We're
of a double
fancy,
take.
Cithrin.
And then that's all they do. They don't approach you, but they do a double take. It's almost like they haven't seen any elves in a very, very long time.
I'm gonna get within earshot of the commotion.
All right. As you,
Has everyone else been human up to this point?
Yes, everyone you've met so far has been human.
Okay.
As far as you know. They've looked human.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you approach the tent, you can hear the sound of a whip cracking, and a man in a thick Vistani accent, which to our ears sounds like a Russian accent, cursing out another man for something. It's kind of hard to distinguish exactly what he's saying because he's saying a lot in a very thick accent. Can any of you roll a history check for me? 2 of you can do it.
I will do. I will roll history.
All right.
No, never mind. I won't roll history.
I have a +4 to history.
Yeah, I was about to say, Enya is your smart
Enya do
person, so.
Okay, I got a 23.
You recognize this voice.
Yes. Oh.
It's the same voice of the guy who paid you 500 gold to go get some goblins in the woods.
Oh shit!
where?
Whoa, that's a throwback.
That's
It's the
that's
guy-
a long time
Is
ago.
that from our very first session?
Yeah.
Yeah, very first Curse of Strahd session. Yeah. The guy
Wait,
who walked
wait.
in and
Who,
tossed
like-
some gold on the counter.
Who led
yeah.
us to the house with the wolves
Hmm
burned down.
Yeah.
And you,
he's in the tent,
you,
right?
you do hear through the cursing, you're supposed to be watching her and getting drunk on the job and that stuff.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Is he in the
I
tent?
want to.
I want to rip
I
open
have-
the
Yeah,
door.
they're all in the
and
tent.
No, I
fucking-
don't think we should rip open doors and fuck anyone up, okay?
I kick his ass.
No.
Let's not kick anyone ass. No, we're not. We're not ass kicking today.
I just wanna talk to him. Just want to talk.
I just want to talk. Stop, please. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk.
No, we're not just talking because your
no.
talking is not just talking.
And by the way,
gonna-
all around the tent, there are horses tied up.
All right, I'm gonna walk.
Let's take some horses and leave.
I have
kidding.
all my
Yeah,
weapons
that's
away.
Great idea, Enya. That's so much smarter.
All
than
my
the
weapons.
thing.
Give them, she's just gonna exchange them for ball bearings.
I would just like to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Please.
All right,
I
I'm
I
gonna
have some
approach,
questions.
I'm gonna approach the tent, and I'm gonna open the flap, and I'm gonna be like, Hello.
Remember the sigil.
I have a Luke Skywalker glove on. Okay.
Yeah. All right. As you do, startled. Well.
I was gonna say my line if I
Yeah.
say
As you approach, like there's some Vistani standing outside of the tent. They see you guys walk up, and they're like, "Hey, you! What are you doing here? It's your business."
Yeah, excuse me. We're looking to trade. Could you direct us to the center of the market?
You want to trade? What do you want to trade with us?
We're looking for
We
materials.
have potions for you. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's
potions here. Fuck up. And then you hear one of them like yell, "Hey!
We could have gotten in
Hey,
there.
Uvash! Aragel! Hey!" And then the whipping stops. And, what? These people want some potions. Send them in.
Well,
And the guy's like, "Hey, go on."
All right, we walk inside.
All right, inside the tent, you see. Let me see if I can find an official description so I don't miss anything. You see 3 sputtering campfires filling the tent with smoke, and through the haze, you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the center tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor, who you guys all immediately recognize as the guy who paid you, is standing above him with a horsewhip, which he like tosses to the side as you guys come in. He's like, "Oh, you! Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to Barovia. You seem to have found yourselves here." And then Aragel's the guy in the corner, who's clearly the other guy they were talking to is like, "Uvash, who are these?" He's like, "Oh, Aragel, these are the people that I gave the goblin story to." And Aragel's like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? Welcome."
I would like to use shape water to get some of the water out of the barrel that we're carrying around, and then just not a lot of it, just maybe like a glob like this big, and then just like move it over to above his head and then just drop it.
He sees it coming. And he's like, "Oh, come on, no, it's all good. It's all good." He's like, "Oh,
all right, then I'll put it back.
You better put that down now.
I put it down.
Are they eating or drinking anything?
The one leaning off to the side, Aragel, is drinking. He's drinking some wine.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation as a cantrip, and I would like to heat up his.
Hold on. You guys.
You make it taste horrible. Make it taste bad.
Yeah, I want to make his wine taste. No, I don't want to make it taste horrible. I just want to make it taste off enough where you'll notice it, but you don't really.
All right. It's got a 10-foot range. You have to kind of sidle over to him to do it, which he sees you coming, and then he like takes a sip of it. Like, "Oh, hey! Stop it! This is good wine. You don't need to do that."
I laugh uproariously.
Okay, this is the first time we actually do just want to talk, and I'm not gonna beat the shit out of everyone.
How are you liking your stay in Barovia? Aragel asked from the side.
I'm actually
pretty fucking metal.
Glad I ran into you.
I don't know what that means, but yes, you.
I'm glad I ran into you because I was wondering what was the deal with that whole goblin story, as you call it. Is there an inspiration behind that?
Strahd, well, you could call him our master. He likes to call himself our master. There's adventurers in Barovia. They're going around stirring up trouble, making things interesting. He stops taking out his frustration on the people here and starts taking it out on them. So he likes it when we bring adventures for him to toy with, and we like it when he toys with the adventures instead of us. So
what else?
Sorry, you guys got the short end of the stick on this one, but that's just the way it goes,
I nod approvingly.
That's fair. Is there some sort of payment he gives him for this joyride?
Some what? What'd you say?
A payment. I mean, is there any reason you're doing it other than subservience?
I mean, the payment is that we don't have Strahd on our backs all the time.
Okay. What'd this poor fellow do? And I gesture lightly to the guy.
And then his face turns sour, and he looks at him. He's like, this is good. He was watching my daughter last night, and he got drunk and dozed off on the job, and she wandered off, and we haven't seen her since. She's only a girl. She's 11 years old. He kicks the teenager who's like, shifts away.
I have
everyone's out looking for her. Even the elves are helping.
So, you've got a lot of gold, right? You must have, with all that gold you dropped on us.
You're just gonna move on with...
Hold on, I'm not finished, guys. Let me play this out.
What do you want gold for in here?
Can we help you find
I'm
your
not...
daughter?
Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, I'm getting there,
Well...
guys. Hold on. Because if we want to get money for...
Let Isaac have his thing to say.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna say. So yeah, you must have a lot of money if you're, using it all to drag people into this place, right?
Well, we use the same money every time. Every time Strahd kills you, we get the money back, and then we go pay another group of adventurers and we don't even have to pay them all the time.
There was
another one that we brought in. We just told her a story, and she showed up here.
What'd she look like?
To die then?
Short dwarf, drunk.
Well, if you could spare
that was me. I got that one. She was interesting, funny.
Easy.
If you could spare any extra coin, I could. Me and my companions could be persuaded to join the hunt. We might be able to
I'll tell you this.
faster results.
I'm not paying you anything up front, but if you guys want to help join, then maybe we'll have a reward for you if you find her.
Where'd you see her last?
Let me check some details here.
Can I stealthily cast Healing Word on the kid?
That'd be really obvious.
Healing Word is verbal, so you'd have to kind of mutter it under your breath, which would probably be noticeable. But I mean, you could still try to. You don't have to necessarily. Yes, he says, we saw her at the edge of the camp. This fucking idiot, he fell asleep on the job, and she's gone. That's all we know. We didn't see her anywhere.
You know which direction?
My guess is that some fucker from Vallaki took her. So they don't like us Vistani, so they probably took her so they could do something.
Tell you what.
Fuck.
We're heading into town. We're heading into town.
Fucking idiot.
You let this poor sod go for now, and we'll go look for him. How's that sound?
I'll do what I like to with this fucker. If you want to go look for the kid, my daughter.
It looks to me like he's had his punishment already. I feel like
I'll be the judge of that. And then everyone goes like, no, he's had enough. Come on, Luvash. You can see he's not doing good. And Luvash is like, fine. I'll leave him alone for now. Been whipping him most of the morning.
Yeah, it looks that way. Really, you can see your work there. All right. Well, we should get moving on. We don't need to.
Yes, if you're wanting to help find my daughter, then yes, you should get a move on because she's not getting any more found.
She was going.
Where was she before she disappeared?
On the edge of camp. She was just on the edge of camp around here.
Yeah, we got
Which edge of camp?
I don't know. This guy wasn't even fucking paying attention to where she was going.
What is her name?
Arabelle. Her name is Arabelle. And she's 7, not 11. She's 7 years old.
Some dad you are.
I was lying to you before.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, I make good
Oh,
jokes.
you got us.
Consider me got.
Now that I think about it, is there any apparent danger to her health?
Well, I mean, she's not here, and these lands aren't exactly safe. I mean, Strahd likes us Vistani more than most, but that doesn't mean he goes out of his way to help us.
What about the
Do you have
Vallaki?
any enemies? Do you have any enemies?
He said the
Vallaki, those fuckers.
Yeah,
They don't like us.
Vallaki?
I mean, they don't trouble us, and we kind of do whatever we want to with them because Strahd likes us more than them. But but they don't like us. So if they were trying to do something, they'd do it against us.
Can't imagine why they don't like you.
You think the Volakis might... They could have done something with her right now.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, well, at least we might find her.
Can we go to her last known location?
Yeah, that's what we were just about to do.
Yeah, you can ask the kid if he knows where it was.
Yes. Okay, and I turn to the kid and I say, where was the last place you saw her?
He's kind of sobbing a bit. And kind of like, you know, if we were to describe his condition to be like 1 hit point and barely conscious.
Okay, I kneel down next to him and put my hand on his shoulder, and I whisper a healing word.
All right, yeah. And he we don't need to roll for it. He regains a number of hit points, and he's like, "Oh, who are you? What are you doing?"
We're here to look for Arabelle. That was her name, right? Arabelle?
Yeah, Arabelle. Yes.
Arabelle.
If you can find her, maybe he'll stop beating me.
Where was the last place you saw her?
And like, not a fucking chance. And then he talks to the kid. He's like, I don't know. I was drinking. Everyone was drinking. It's not like I was just me. We're all drunk. You know, no one was paying attention. If you look around the edge of camp, you might find something, but I don't know where exactly she was.
We'll just scan the perimeter.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, let's go look for her.
Wait, what was she wearing?
You see the way we're dressed? And they're all dressed like in colorful clothing.
Listen, if we find a 7-year-old girl, it's her.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty obvious when we get
She
it.
was something like this. You know, does everyone else in Barovia, they don't have any sense of style, but we've Vistani, we know what we're doing. We dress
all wearing like I'm just thinking of them all wearing like Cossack uniforms. That's
Oh wow. Okay.
If she's wearing a Cossack uniform, then you know you found the right girl.
If we find like bright colored clothing anywhere, like rips of it or countries or anything, then we would know.
What I want to go to the main guy.
Yeah.
And ask. I'll ask him. Do you have?
Like, oh, who the fuck are you? What is your deal, huh?
Hello.
Docs, what is this?
I know common. Do you like it?
And then he's like, Luvash, what did you get this one for? And Luvash is like, he was with them. I don't know.
all the Vistani dress like this.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm talking to.
All right.
And I say, do you have any soulless that are born in your camp?
No, none of the Vistani are born soulless. We are not limited. We can leave Barovia whenever we want, and our souls can leave when we die, but we don't generally do that. We don't like to.
None of them are born soulless.
God's chosen people.
Why do you stay if you could leave?
Frankly, we like it here.
Why?
Strahd backs us up. We can do whatever we want, and things are interesting here. I mean, not all Vistani stay here, but a lot of us do.
Ulyra, you're good with nature,
My
right?
opinion of him falls.
Yes, mine does as well.
Oh yeah,
Mine wasn't high in the
It'll
first
probably
place.
fall more after I send you the picture here.
Ulyra, you're good with nature, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Ulyra to come with me, and we'll scan
That
the perimeter together.
is Aragol.
Oh, I
Wait,
just
what?
looked at my stats, and if you're talking about like the nature stat, I apparently only have a +1. So
I have a
What
+4
is-
or plus.
Okay.
Wait,
Alec, where are you
Luvash.
posting this?
Yeah,
in nature.
in Dungeons D&D.
No.
Oh, no, you're not. You're
Dungeons and
posting
Dragons.
into Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll post it.
Idiot.
The right place.
Okay, well then, Enya, let's
Alright,
go
that's-
scan the perimeter. I've had enough of this guy.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I think
Alright,
we'll all
and
go.
as you
honestly.
guys walk out, Aragol yells after. He's like, and make sure you guys do lots of good. Keep things interesting. Make it fun. Get it.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. You guys know what
Going
to
to
do.
punch him.
Going to punch.
I won't lie. I think they're
Try if you want
hilarious.
to. Yeah.
Awful at the same time.
All right.
I
Okay.
act
You guys.
like he's Strahd.
You guys are doing a check around camp.
Yes.
I'll let you guys roll either survival, nature, or investigation. for
I'll do
this.
survival. I got +4.
Investigation.
Oh, I got a high survival.
I have
I've
a high
got a 4.
investigation. I have a +4 for investigation.
Okay. Well, two of you guys can roll.
All right, and yeah, you
roll
should
one of
run
those
plus.
stats.
And you roll +4 for now, and I'll do survival.
And Rachel, make a frog check for me.
Isaac, what's your survival?
It's +4.
Okay.
I got a nat 20 +4. So
25.
I got 19.
All right.
For investigation.
Okay. You guys.
Frog check.
Frog check.
He did 25.
Checking around camp, you guys are actually pretty good at this. You find an area that looks like a pair of little footprints could have gone off, and it looks like it's heading kind of northwest, northwest, like not towards Vallaki necessarily. Yeah, just heading northwest into the woods.
Let's follow it meticulously.
Before we go, I'd like to talk to the Grey Elves.
Yes. Actually, as you guys were walking away, a couple of them approach you. And they approach Enya and Cithrin specifically. Mostly
Wait,
Enya,
wait, hold on. I
Cithrin
just
looks
remembered
like a fucking joke.
Sorry, I just remembered something. I'm also gray-skinned, right?
Yeah, but you don't look like an elf, and they can tell.
I know that, obviously, but it's funny. I'm like, hey, look, he's gray-skinned.
They approach you guys and they say, "Elves? We haven't seen any other elves here in a great long time.
And you won't see any more for a while. Let's go."
Not often that elves go adventuring and get caught here.
Well,
It's
how
very,
did you
it's
find
very
yourself
refreshing
here?
to see you guys. We're from here.
Oh.
We are originally from Barovia. And you notice something odd, by the way. You don't see any female elves. You just see males.
Oh, Enya.
I would like to step a little bit further behind Cithrin.
Okay. Yeah, you got, as you're talking to them, they're like, well, you could call him our leader, Casimir. He wants to talk to you two. Just to have a cup of tea. Would you do that? Just have a conversation with him? And maybe the rest of your team could join us, but
I will only have a conversation if the rest of the team can join us.
well, I'm sure that'll work out just fine. These people actually seem nice. Like, that's kind of something you haven't really experienced.
Yeah.
Like, even the burgomaster of Kretsk, like, he was a bit pushy. But these guys just seem friendly.
I'd like to move to the front of the group and butt in and say, have you, do you know, or that's what I was going to say, were you here before Strahd's influence, your people?
Yes, we were.
So do you know the story of how he came into power?
We know some.
Can I use like a perception or whatever it was to like try
insight.
Insight.
Yeah, you can roll an
Can I
insight
do
check.
that? Okay.
What's your insight modifier, though?
Well, I only rolled an 8.
Okay. Well, to your eyes, these people seem, on the up and up. Nothing stands out as being
suspicious.
Baby.
Where is that?
I rolled a 14 on insight.
Yeah, and same thing. These guys seem like they're on the up and up. You might have a better idea of it because
let's go have some tea with Casimir.
Yeah, let's have some tea.
Let's schedule
Tea with
that.
Casimir.
Let's schedule that. Let's make a rain check on that.
No, let's do it now.
No.
Let's do it now.
Seems like your teammates are pretty.
The footprints are gonna go
eager to
bad.
do it.
You know that, right?
All right.
They're gonna expire.
Me, I think. Give me a second here. Let me check some notes. Check some imagiggers.
Yeah, we might be able to get some good information from the elves.
Hey babe, can I convince you to toss my phone down the stairs?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is starting to sound a lot like a certain paladin order invite we got.
Look, I've got my notes from this session already.
Oh, nice.
The official art of him makes him look like a straight up villain. That's weird.
Is he a villain?
Hey, some people.
I mean, you guys don't know that yet, but like, it's definitely not in character for him to look that way.
Cranberry.
It's a bunny.
What in the
Alright,
world?
got her. There isn't really a good picture of Casimir, but just imagine like a kind of a gray-blue skinned elf. Dressed
Done.
in
I've played Skyrim.
stuff. Yeah, you know what you're talking about. He looks like a dark
Don't have
elf from
red eyes,
Skyrim, but without the red eyes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And a bit more, tall and fine of feature.
What are you trying to say about dark elves, huh?
They're ugly.
From the rat cage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the elves, they lead you over to one of the cottages and open the door, and it's cozy inside. It's not particularly big, but in the door, or as you approach, like the door opens and you see, this elf Casimir standing, and he's like, welcome. Yes, they weren't lying. Here you are, two elves. Yeah, let's come have tea. Let's talk. It's been so long since we've talked with other elves in this area. You are adventurers here, yes?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Interesting.
Not by choice.
Well, let's have some tea. And you guys sit down, and he casts a little spell, and he says, like, make us some tea, and you just kind of start seeing, like, the tea making itself off in the corner of the room.
I'm fascinated.
Impressive.
Yeah. You guys might know what the spell is, or you might not.
Invisible waiter.
Something like that. But anyways, okay, yeah. Anyways, he's like, well, what unfortunate thing has led you all to be here in Barovia?
Those fellows over there, the Vistani.
Yes.
Yes, they have lured us in here.
Most of them. That's how most people end up here. Yeah, that kind of looks like him, I guess.
Oh, that's nice.
Except the ears, maybe.
Long ears.
All I can think of is a towel.
Yeah. But yes, that's how most people end up here, I'm afraid. They do enjoy bringing people here. They say they do it for the good of everyone, but I think they just like seeing you all get tortured.
I get that impression.
Yes.
We stay with them because they offer us some kind of protection, but it's kind of a one-way street. There's not much else going on.
How long have you been with them?
Oh, since the beginning. Since the very beginning. Let me make sure I've got my timeline correct here.
Longer than 2 days, longer than 3 days.
Hundreds of years. That's quite a bit longer than a few days.
That scene from The Office where Jim is like, 1 month? Yeah, that's a
are-
reasonable timeline.
Yeah. They're Strahd favored, and they're Strahd's favored, and I think he.
How
has
much
been
can a banana really cost?
Keeping an eye on
$5?
us here. Just trying to make sure that we don't do anything. We brought Strahd's ire on us long ago, and his vengeance was thorough.
I'm assuming that was because you didn't want him in your area.
There's a great deal behind our history with Strahd.
Would you care to regale us with this
Well,
tale?
maybe. We'll see. We'll see how you guys whether I think you guys are worthy of it.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes. What is it?
I have not seen many, if any, women in the area.
Yes. You've noticed.
Yes. What
that
has
was
happened?
Strahd's vengeance. He killed all of our women. Everyone. We are doomed. We'd sit here living out the rest of our lives.
How long ago was this?
About, I would say, time is when you don't have anything to live for. You don't keep track of time so well, but at least 300 years, maybe more.
Oof.
Oh.
Yes.
Lindsay, question here: how long do elves live in D&D?
It's hard to say. Let me just quickly explain. So an elf's lifespan is a bit finicky because it's not like a human lifespan where it's like most humans die around X age. Elves, for the first approximately 100 years of their life, they're considered young. And elves' life cycle in D&D is that their soul kind of gets recycled, so they are kind of reincarnated over and over again. And while they're not alive, they're in kind of a partial afterlife that they are also cursed from. And you guys being elves would totally know all this, but for the first 100 years of their life, basically they're considered a youth, and their meditation at night is on what it was like to be there in that afterlife. But it's a very private thing. They don't, it's not like something you talk about at all. So no one really knows about this except for elves and maybe the odd researcher.
They meditate instead of sleep, by the way.
Yes, yeah. And at a certain point, it kind of like there isn't like a necessary thing that happens that makes this transition, but they start instead meditating on their current life and thinking back to their past experiences. And so lots of elves like to go and experience lots of things, but they don't like to go, be heroes and all that, but they just like to see great vistas and all that because they meditate on that at night. And then somewhere between usually around 700 to maybe 1200 years of age, they start meditating on past lives of theirs, and that is when they're kind of in their twilight years and they'll be dead soon from some cause or something. So an elf knows when they're going to die because of that.
Okay.
But yeah, so elves
fucking metal.
Yeah, elves live anywhere from like 700 to 1200 years. Yeah, and yeah, so 300 years is not a huge amount of time in an elf's lifespan, but Casimir looks old for an elf.
Thank you.
Old for an elf, dang.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for that comment. I know. I'm just kidding. He says
Casimir will remember that.
Crime against Strahd. He took a liking to my sister. I think he's always had a thing for elves. Yeah, disgusting.
What was your sister's name?
Let me find out, because there's a lot of information, a lot of different places in the book.
Well, by that answer, it's clearly not the person I thought it was, so it doesn't matter.
Trina was her name. Patrina.
Katrina?
Yes, she died. And Strahd, that was when he cursed us, killed all of our women, because he couldn't have her, so we couldn't have anyone.
Now,
how did she die? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, that's rather personal, isn't it? How did someone in your life die?
No, they haven't yet, unfortunately.
Well, I'm sure you'll.
What is this conversation? Whoa.
Yet, unfortunately.
I was.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Looks pointedly. No, I'm just kidding. My family and I have no love lost for each other.
Well, that's sad. It's very sad. You are the youngest elf I've seen in hundreds of years. You have your whole life ahead of you. You would do well not to give yourself, thank you, Mouse. Give yourself regrets now that you will think of later. And your family, they are very, very, they're to be treasured.
Just like dogs.
Just like dogs.
Just like dogs.
Now, Casimir, if you don't mind my asking, how long ago did Strahd enter this land? Were you?
Maybe 700 years ago or so. Yes, we were here. Our people were here. He was not always as he is now. He was once a man. He arrived with his brother and his mother. Well, first he arrived as just himself, a conquering warlord. And he subjugated the lands of Barovia and gave them that name.
He had an army?
Yes, a great army. There was great battles here. We were not involved in them. We tried not to get involved. We were never a strong people. And then he brought his dying mother here into the castle that he made for her. Her name was Ravenovia, and he named the castle for her Ravenloft. But tragically, she died on the way, and so she never made it to the castle, but her corpse. His brother was bringing her, and at some point, there was an altercation between the two of them. These are secrets that are not known to many in Barovia, but I'm getting old and someone should know. And that someone, it's better for them to be elves, because they will remember longest. And seeing as you're trapped here now, you might as well be the ones. But on the day that Strahd became a vampire, there was a great storm over the castle, and the clouds spread out and blotted out the sun, and we haven't seen the sun in these lands since.
Now,
How did he become a vampire?
There's a place in these lands, ancient, older than even our people. A place where darkness touches the mortal realm. Secrets are held there that should never have been brought here.
that's horrible. Where is this place?
Let him
just raid?
finish.
I'm just kidding.
Strahd made a pact with something there and became what he is now. There is great knowledge there. There is also great curses. There are also great curses. I seek one of these pieces of knowledge myself, actually. My sister's death. It is my greatest regret in life. And as I'm getting older, it's the one thing that I wish I could change. And I think that I might find the answer to change it there. I've been gathering information, gathering research for a long time now, waiting for the opportunity to head into the mountains and try to find the place. I've tried once, maybe twice before, but it's a very perilous journey. I did not make it, not even halfway. If at some point you were to desire to help me with this, I would appreciate it greatly.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But I would warn you that this path that I want to travel is very dangerous. And until you are a great deal more powerful than you are now, you would be of no use to me. We would all die.
That's fair.
You know, I'm assuming we'll know when we're ready. We'll return to
Maybe.
you then.
Maybe.
If or when that time comes, we would be happy to accompany you on the perilous journey. But
Thank you.
not yet.
If you can, that would rest an old elf. Bring his troubles to completion and bring me forever rest.
Do elf souls also get trapped here forever?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know. I think so. But there are no elf bodies for us to be reborn into, so if we do, then I don't know what our fate becomes.
The soulless, bro. It's the soulless.
Maybe.
Just saying.
I don't think that's it.
Could you be born into a human body?
We don't know. There's no way of telling. I will have to just wait and see. All of us will.
Hurry up and die.
And at this point, the invisible force making the tea finishes and brings you all a steaming cup of
I cast Mage Hand in order to take the cup from him, just to try to impress these elves.
Ah, you know magic. That's wonderful.
Yes.
And he does the same. He casts Mage Hand.
Oh.
And he like takes your cup with his mage hand and then brings it.
Mage
like,
Hand's high five.
I cast spiritual weapon to
I don't think that's gonna work. Frankly.
I change into a huge dire wolf.
My sister,
I can do.
he continues talking. He says, "My sister rests in crypts of Castle Ravenloft, where Strahd spirited away her body. All manner of people are interred there. Enemies of Strahd, allies of Strahd. They're somewhat of a collection to him, almost. It's sickening. They're knights.
They're not being preserved in any way.
Knights, saints, wizards extraordinaire, dead lovers, out of favor lovers. I have never made it. I probably never will."
Do you know about his wolves?
Yes, the wolves that he's had many wolves over the time here. These two are fairly recent, probably past 20 years, maybe. I don't know for sure.
Do you know if they were always wolves?
Sometimes Strahd will transform someone into a wolf in order to punish them for something, and then torture them in that form until they die and he takes another. It's happened several times. I don't know if these wolves are that, but maybe.
Have you ever attempted to understand how to undo that, or is that outside?
If I wanted to die, I might try, but Strahd, I mean, he's already taken all we have from us. Why would I do any more?
Let me put it in a way
There's
that
nothing left to lose.
much less foolish.
That's what I was gonna say.
Nothing to gain.
What I really was wondering is if you have any idea of the type of spell or enchantment that does that you know of, or is
Oh, it would be great and powerful magic. Maybe something that you would find in the place of secrets. Maybe not. But you would be relatively familiar with a spell called True Polymorph. It's a pretty powerful magic, but it's like an iconic magic spell. So it's you would know it.
Okay.
Would you know if Dispel Magic would undo it?
I don't know. It had to be pretty high level.
I just remembered. We forgot to go over our list of things that we're watching out for this episode.
I was literally just reading it.
Oh yeah? You want to read it out loud?
You mean like the original
Madam Eva's.
The card reading.
Yeah, card reading.
Okay. Alright, so the first one is the Evoker. Search for the crypt of a wizard. His staff is key. Second one is the Warrior. Fated to be warrior-y. That which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair. The third is ill-fated card spelled Doom, the Charlatan. Lonely mill on a precipice.
I'll be right back.
Precipice. It still says recipe.
Still haven't changed it. Oh my gosh.
I feel like the devil's lair is what we're talking about here.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Spells Doom, houses evil. Strahd is greatest evil, but there are others. Approach with caution. The next one is the Donjon. It says, a troubled young man surrounded by madness and wealth. His home is his prison. He is an ally in a place of secrecy and fortress. I wrote these so well. Search for troubled man surrounded by wealth and madness.
I can read out my list because it might be a little more.
There's only one left.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't include much
I don't care.
But it's more formatted. Where is it?
Oh, it's more formatted. Oh, it wasn't written by dictation.
The first one, that which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, that one place which he must return. Another one, search for the crypt of a wizard extraordinaire. His staff is the key. The next one, I see a lonely mill on a precipice. The treasure lies within. The next one, the ally, searched for a troubled young man surrounded by wealth and madness. His home is his prison. And finally, Strahd waits for you in a place of wisdom, warmth, and despair. Great secrets are there.
We're back. Okay.
You have a... I think my sister is in the crypts of Ravenloft. If
How
we
do you...
were to...
Oh, sorry, continue.
If we were to ever find the secrets that we need to undo what we did, we would need to go there to find her body. It would be very dangerous to go into the devil's lair uninvited.
You speaking of Ravenloft or the
yes,
secret?
Ravenloft, the castle.
It may come as a little bit of a shocking thing to learn, but we were actually heading there soon to
not soon.
Enjoy dinner with Strahd.
Oh dear.
This is something you want to reveal to literally everyone we talk to.
Strahd has invited you to dinner. He does that to most groups of adventurers after they have caught his attention sufficiently. Usually spells the beginning of their doom.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What will we expect there?
I don't know. I've never had dinner with a man. I avoid him since... It's been a great long time since I've had any interaction with him. And it's better that way.
Do you know of anyone who survived after eating dinner with him,
many survive having dinner with him. Strahd will not kill you if he doesn't see any reason to. If you abide by the rules of guests, he will abide by the rules of the hosts.
I meant after, anyone who's eaten dinner with him and then later on met
everyone
resisting him.
Oh. Everyone who's had dinner with him has met some horrible fate.
Yeah, that's what I was fearing.
And even those, if he's invited you to dinner, it's already too late.
Yeah.
Have dinner with him or don't. It's already done.
I don't think we can resist his invitation.
I'm sorry for you. If you can ever manage it, and he looks at Cithrin and Enya, he says, you too would be most welcome to stay with us here. Elves with elves.
Well,
consider it. What family of elves do you belong to?
We were known as the Dusk Elves. We were a small people. There are, others like us elsewhere. Well, there were small offshoots of different elven races. There were never more than a few hundred of us at a time, and now there are a few dozen.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's a tragedy, but we've had a lot of time to get used to it. Well, this has been a downer, hasn't it? Indeed. It's good to get some of this off of my chest, though. It's been weighing on me, and you can only tell the same, your closest friends who you've known for hundreds of years, the same story so many times before they get really tired of it. And I
we
don't
appreciate
trust
the wisdom that you've imparted to us.
We're very grateful.
I appreciate your company, and it was truly heartening to see such a young elf as well. So much life ahead of her.
Now, we should lighten the subject. Tell us, have you been to Vallaki?
Oh, Vallaki, yes. It's a troubled place. But everywhere in Barovia is troubled. Some would say it's the most joyous place in Barovia, some would say the most dour. We don't go there much, except for supplies and food. If we do, we do in disguise. They are not accustomed to outsiders there, although they aren't overly xenophobic.
You know anything of the... Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I keep thinking you're done, and then you keep going. Sorry. You can finish what you were going to say.
I'll continue. I wasn't going to say anything important.
Okay, I was just going to ask, do you know anything of the Blue Water Inn and its owners?
Oh, yes, they are... Yes, of the Martikovs. Wonderful people they are. Some of the only good ones in Barovia, I think. This has been wonderful. I am encouraged. Do you have any more questions for me? Anything else? If you are having dinner with Strahd, he may offer you a tour of his castle, which if you could perhaps convince him to take you to the Ravenloft crypts, maybe you could search for my sister's grave.
Now that is
See if
something
she's
we
there.
can do.
Once again, her name is
Katrina.
Oh my. Okay, I
frickin'
almost
Lindsay on
jumped
point
in
with the notes.
Surprise, as I remember, I rip off the glove that's on my hand and I show him the sigil. I'm like, have you ever seen this before?
It's just like,
what the fuck?
Well, not that specifically, but you seem to have made Strahd angry in some way, yes?
Yes, Strahd has
some ill-placed comment.
Well, he seems to have the constitution. Or
I would be careful with such a sigil. Strahd may have some command over it. You might want to keep it covered. See what you can do to get rid of it, if anything.
Yeah, I'll ask him at dinner when we're.
You do that. See how it goes. Let me know if you survive.
Yes, he seems to have the manners of an ill-gotten or a bratty child.
I think those are your manners, Brynjorn.
I would be careful what you say about Strahd anywhere, because he might be listening.
Yeah.
He has spies everywhere, especially among the Vistani.
Well, I've already heard from my companions that he wasn't very fond of me, as I do, devote my life to
I see that you, yes, I see that you have the symbol of the sun. That's not going to do any favors with his opinion of you. You might have guessed, but as a vampire, he has a weakness to the sun and has such totally banished it from Barovia.
I'm starting to notice
he hates
that
it.
it's a rare symbol in these parts.
It's the symbol of hope to many people here, but a fading one. The Morning Lord hasn't had any real presence here since Strahd has separated us from the rest of the world. With
If we return the sun. Wow, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Did Michaela just
return the sun? I just brought her back into the chat. She just went to the AFK channel. Returning the sun. That's never going to happen, I'm afraid.
Well, even if I have to dedicate my life to it, it's at least something I can look forward to.
Something you could try, I suppose. Something to keep life interesting for you. Yes.
Do you know anything of a hanged man's curse?
Oh. Let me check some things.
Wow, the music right then when you were like, oh, this is
music. Frickin' great. A hanged man's curse, you say? Is it something you encountered while out and about in Barovia?
Yes, indeed.
Did you invoke his ire in some way?
Did you sit there? Did you?
I fear you must.
See, I'm not the only one catching ire.
Well, there are those who...
Hunger Games catching ire.
Yeah, catching ire. There are those who might be able to remove such a curse. If you... Yes, I suppose, actually. If you come back tomorrow, I can prepare a spell that would remove it from you.
Oh
Maybe
shit!
What can we offer you?
I gotta pee, but I'm listening.
If your help, and if you can help me search for the secrets of the temple, then that would be most enough. But it won't cost me anything to do. It's a very simple task.
Indeed. Ulira is not doing a happy dance. That's just Lindsay.
Awesome.
She is more stoic than I.
We could sit around here for longer, but the footprints that we were trailing are starting to degrade.
All right. Yes, it is. It is getting somewhat late. It's about. You've been having tea with Casimir for a little while, so it's you guys got here at maybe like 6-ish, 6:15. It was a 12-hour trip, and it's getting on towards 7. So.
Wait, what
spell
are we getting from Casimir?
He's gonna lift Cithrin's curse tomorrow if we come back tomorrow.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
I don't know if we have time.
Yeah, we'll save it for later.
Let's go follow the tracks.
Turn to the trail.
See if we can find the kid, and then let's go to the inn.
All right.
blue
yes.
something.
Blue water.
Go ahead. And you guys, yes, you bid Casimir farewell. He's like, yes, if you ever come back, I would be most pleased to have another cup of tea with you.
I wave by with my mage hand.
I tell him it has been a absolute pleasure meeting another elf.
It was an absolute pleasure meeting you, an elf with so much life ahead of her. That's a rare thing here.
I wish him well, and we shall see him tomorrow.
I will see you, yes, tomorrow, I hope. And you guys go, and based off of your checks, you're able to follow the path that little footprints are going. And yeah, it's a pretty tricky path to follow, but freaking nat 20 on that survival check, that'll get you there. It kind of meanders around, heads onto the path. You almost lose it for a bit, but it keeps just going north, and then eventually starts heading back east. As it comes back onto another path, you see on the edge of the path something. You kind of start losing the trail. Make another check for me, please.
It's a 19.
Well, Cithrin, or Runyorn picks up on this. It's a sign of a struggle. There was clearly some kind of struggle here, and you see a set of larger footprints heading directly in a straight line northeast.
It looks like this is where she was taken. If we follow these prints, we can get there, maybe. See what's out the end of this. Follow me.
Oh.
You guys are able to follow the boot prints going northeast. They're kind of heading back towards Vallaki. They head towards the city, but in a roundabout way that seems like it's trying to get somewhere specific. But eventually, you find yourselves on the shores of a great lake.
And just to clarify, these are just the footprints of a small child.
No, these are now the footprints of a large man who seems to be stumbling a bit, maybe, but heading in a very direct direction.
Remember, there was
the footprints, a struggle, and now you're following the footprints of a large man.
Oh, okay.
Moderately sized man. And as you guys arrive at the shores of the lake, you see a single fishing boat out about 400 feet off the shore. And there's a guy in it fishing.
Is this like Bartok? What is it?
Lake Baratok? No.
No, Baratok is the name of the tower that Esmeralda is at.
It's named before the lake, so it's named Lake Baratok, and the tower is named Baratok Tower because it's on Baratok Lake.
Because it's on the lake.
So, just making sure the prints lead to this guy?
They lead in this direction, and you see a guy fishing.
Can I can send out Bartok.
Yes, you can. Wonderful. You send out Bartok. He starts flying around. The guy doesn't seem to pay any attention. as Bartok gets nearer, like you're sensing through his senses, and again, he doesn't have great vision, but he has blind sight, and he can detect, things within 60 feet of him. As he gets close to the boat, there's definitely a small child-sized sack in the back.
Oh boy.
Of it.
Oh.
Okay.
How far away from shore is the boat?
About 400 feet.
Okay.
I can swim.
Yes, you can.
I can hold my breath indefinitely.
Yeah, you've got like 3 people here who are great at this.
Wait, the boat's on water?
Well, I say we send all 3 of them after the boat.
Of course, the boat's
Wait,
on
who
water,
else? It's
Isaac.
me,
Off
the
your back.
druid. Who else?
Me, the druid.
The one who can
Elvira.
shape change. Well, I think it was like
Send them
I
because
also
you're a
can
druid.
just hold my breath indefinitely because I'm an air
Druid,
genasi.
Whoa, that's pretty
Druid
cool.
is a very fast swimmer, and he starts, going out to the boat in his froggy swimming style. And Lyra begins to follow him, and is able to swim pretty quickly as well because of her ability to hold her breath indefinitely.
I was going to suggest you pull the boat back to shore.
As you guys approach the boat, you see the man stand up and grab the sack and toss it into the water.
I go straight for the sack.
All right,
With
you
my...
are pretty close at this point. Give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
I'm going to do acrobatics.
Your swimming speed is definitely helping you on this one.
18.
Oh my gosh. All right, yeah. You are getting really close to the boat, and you're able to see the sack as it's going down, and it starts to struggle a bit on the way down.
I make race car noises.
All right, you do that. You grab the sack, and you start trying to bring it back up to the surface.
Yeah, but like toward Elira and like away from the boat.
Away from the boat and towards Elira.
Yeah, like at an angle.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Wonderful. And yeah, you're kind of small, so it's a little difficult for you to bring, but the thing is also small, so it's not too difficult. But when you get to Elira, you guys both raised it up above the water. It seems to have gone still at this point, but it was struggling very recently. And as you guys surface, what now see is an old man in the boat. He looks at you and he's like, "Hey, you! What are you doing? That's mine! Get back here!"
No, and we keep swimming away.
He starts rowing over towards you aggressively.
I use shape water to like push the water as like the current that's like away from him.
No, bring him over here. I just want to talk.
Okay.
I just want to talk.
All right.
Use shape water to remove the water underneath his boat and then put it back when he falls into it.
No. Bring him here. Bring him here.
All right. Yeah. So you guys start bringing the package back to store, which starts the sack, which you can tell now has a small child in it, back to shore, and it starts struggling weakly on the way. When the guy was rowing after you the whole time. You guys get to shore, and I'm assuming open the sack to reveal a young girl in Vistani clothing inside.
Yeah, bring the guy.
Wait.
Like,
Hold on. Before
coughing
you do that, I just wanted to mention, at this point, as they were coming towards us, I go into the water, and since I'm 8 feet tall, I'm 6 feet into the water right now, waiting.
All right. Yeah. The water drops off pretty quickly, so you're not able to get that far out. But yes, you're doing that.
Good job.
Yeah, and the girl is weakly coughing up a bit of water, but she's definitely alive and breathing. And the guy is still rowing towards you, angrily yelling, like, what are you doing? Mind your own business.
Is he in range of my
Here.
javelin? Is he in range of my
the look of
javelin?
death in his eyes right now.
Is he in range of my javelin yet?
Let's see. He will be in range of your javelin soon.
I would
Just
like
Bring him.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not killing him with the javelin. I'm bringing him to me. Remember, it's tied to a rope. I just.
So you're gonna harpoon the boat and pull it in.
No, I'm harpooning him and pull him in.
No, don't do that. You might kill him.
Whatever I hit, I'm gonna aim.
All right.
towards
So what is
Oh my
what is
God.
actually happening? Are you throwing your javelin at him?
Yeah.
At the boat.
Okay.
The boat.
At the boat. But if I miss and hit him.
Okay. Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
I got a 10.
Actually, that is the DC or the AC of the boat. So you hit the boat.
All right, and I pull with maximum force.
All right, and he's like, "What are you doing? Get your thing off my boat!" And you pull him over to the shore, and he starts. He's like, "That's mine. Give it back to me. I was
no. I'm
gonna smack unlucky these damn fish.
I'm gonna smack the side of the boat
curse me,
so that it tilts sideways, and then grab him and throw him to the shore.
Just hold him by the scruff of his neck.
Yeah,
all right.
what
He's like, "Oh, let me go! What are you doing? What are you doing, you damn dirty ape?"
I threw him to the shore, and so he's at the mercy of whoever is at the shore now, and I'm walking back.
All right, he is prone and kind of shuffling back. You're like, "What are you gonna do to me? You
I sit on him.
Servants of Strahd, all of you."
I sit on him.
Drew,
Make the Constitution save. And he miserably fails. He's poisoned.
Okay, I mean, he's probably wearing a shirt, but I don't mind if he's poisoned.
I slam my morning star down.
Actually, you don't,
on his head.
What? Oh yeah, Droog is sitting on him.
Yeah.
I put my foot on Droog, who's sitting on him.
I slam my morning star down an inch from his head and say,
"All right." He shuts up. He's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you doing to me?
What?
Let me go."
Are you doing?
I'm sacrificing the girl, the Vistani girl, to the lake. The lake gods cursed me. They don't like me. Strahd hates me. They're not giving me fish. Sacrifice the girl to get me fish. Everyone else is catching fish. I'm not catching any fish.
Are you going to try again?
I don't have to tell you nothing.
If you want to live, you're going to answer me right now. Are you going to try again?
Isaac, you have terrible intimidation.
Roll intimidation.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know. It's
someone else can help. Will, you can definitely help.
I have a +5. Let me do this.
All right.
I have a +3, by the way.
I have a +2.
I'm a frog.
Okay. Frogs are very intimidating.
Alec, isn't there a way to substitute something else for your intimidation?
You are not. Well, you've been manhandling him. Yeah, you can use your strength modifier instead of your charisma modifier in this case. And Aiden, you can choose whatever you want.
I got a 15.
All right, and Aiden?
23.
He shits himself.
As I say that, I raise the one foot back up.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not anymore. You guys are scary. You know that. You guys shouldn't be out here. What are you doing? And he shuts up.
That's the right answer.
Like realizing he's talking himself deeper into this pit. And finally makes a good decision.
I signal Will to help me pick him up, so we can take him to the shore.
I get off.
And
he's already on the shore.
He's on the shore right now.
No, not in the shore. I'm take him back to the water and put him in the water.
Here's the thing: do we want to bring him back to? Was it Luvash?
I don't like that guy.
No, dead people
but
don't.
I also don't like this guy.
Yeah,
so I think
I'm sure he'll be happy.
All right, is one of you, by the way, administering help to the 7-year-old girl?
Yeah, I'll
all
be
right,
doing that.
make a medicine check.
Ooh, Lyra.
Yeah, I had her.
Risking this guy down. Lyra's just like, yeah, we kind of forgot about
it. That's it's an easy child. You're able to
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Pop up all the water. She's like, she's still kind of active, and she's just sitting there like she starts crying a bit, like.
I hug her to my chest. Cool.
Use her name. Her name is
Scared, but she kind of like.
Arabelle. Are you Arabelle?
How do I do a little girl's voice?
Yes.
Just how do you know my name? My father said.
I'm fine, bitch.
I'm fine. Did my father send you to get me?
Yes, he did. We'll bring you back to him.
Thank you. Take me.
Do you know
my father?
Oh, wait.
I
was gonna say.
Will, I take me to my father.
Take me to my father.
All right, what I
stand next to Arabelle, and I stare at her intently and point and gesture. Do you know this man?
He took me. He took me to the shore. He put me in a bag.
Shall we kill him?
Sacrifice me to the gods of the lake. He's crazy. Kill him.
All right. Oh no. Oh, I got an idea. Here's what I'm gonna say. Will, why don't we sacrifice him to the lake, and then we'll bring some serious prosperity to the land. What do you think of that?
I think we should talk to him first.
Sithrin suddenly hears in his voice, or in his head, a voice. says, "Kill him. He deserves it." No one else hears it.
Cythrin, are you okay? Cythrin?
Everyone else is
standing,
just
walk,
fine.
just like
We're all
standing
fine.
there.
We're all just chilling.
No one else
Cythrin,
knows anything.
What did you hear?
No. You didn't
No, we
see
don't.
him hear
No.
anything.
You didn't see him.
Ethan, no, but Ethan said.
Okay, everybody can't talk at once. I can only hear one person at a time.
Ethan said, "Did you hear that?"
All right. Okay. Then that's what we're going off of.
So I said, "Hear what, Cythrin?"
I heard someone say to kill him, that he deserves it.
I agree.
I'm gonna. Ooh, can I roll? What check would I have to roll to try and figure out where that voice?
Make an
is coming
Arcana
from?
check or a Religion check. One of those two. They're kind
Well,
of
I've got
similar.
0 for both, so
Well,
Better than me,
you're
and I'm
out of luck.
here's nothing. Ooh, I got a 19.
All right. You don't know.
Oh.
Fuck.
Have any idea?
Whoa.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can see anything.
All right. Make a perception check.
Nat 20.
You don't see a single thing. Besides the guy in front of you.
As
the lake,
much
and
as
the
I
girl.
agree that he deserves it, I think we should find out why he attempted to do it first.
I mean, isn't it
Before
pretty
we try.
obvious? Well, he said he wanted
Because
to.
He
he
is
is a
cursed by
shitty
Strahd.
fisherman.
Can I look around
And-
the lake to see if there are any fish or anything in it?
Yeah, you can make a
Frog
what would that be?
check.
Probably a survival check.
Okay.
That's kind of survival or
Frog
nature.
check.
I got a 5.
You're
Oh no, you're not a good
unfortunately-
frog.
Well, you can do it with advantage because you have a swim speed. Actually, I'll let you do that.
Alright.
All right, I'm gonna.
I
say,
got it too.
This is not your day for swimming. You're having a
But
hard time.
I'm at least enjoying doing my swimming laps around
Yeah,
the
you
lake.
are.
Trip on your way to the lake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to Will, be my guest, and I'm gonna sort of shove the guy over in his direction. So he can
Don't
save-
think we should kill him.
I said, be my.
No,
Will wants to talk-
wants to talk to him.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's
All right.
staring at you, soiling
All right.
himself.
Do you see her?
I
You
put him
see
back down on the ground
Mhm.
and
Y'all fluffy.
tell him to sit.
He sits.
Why do you believe you are cursed by Strahd?
You can't catch any fish. I don't fish. Everyone else is catching fish.
Did
And
you
how
ever
would
consider the
sacrificing-
fact that you are just a shitty
No,
fisherman?
I'm a great fisherman. I'm cursed. I'm cursed.
Here's
Who
the thing.
told
Strahd has cursed
you?
me. You would take pity on me. Strahd has cursed me.
When did you stop catching fish?
It's been about a week since I've caught any fish, and I've always had less than the others.
Who
It's a
told
shitty
you
fisherman.
sacrificing a child to the
always
lake?
had
would
I
help you?
figured it out myself.
Yeah,
And
that's
what
what I
made
thought.
you come to this conclusion?
I don't
It's
trust
just
this
Donnie are
logic.
lucky. Vistani are lucky. Everyone knows Strahd likes them.
You're
Why
Vistani?
would you want?
No,
What- okay,
I'm
here's the
from
question.
Vistani.
I'm from
Why would
Halaki.
you kill one if you know that Strahd likes them?
You didn't consider that. It's like, well, they're lucky. It made sense at the time.
Does it make sense now?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit less sense.
What you meant to say is none at all.
I don't appreciate being talked to this way.
And your callousness is not appreciated right now.
Callous?
Yeah.
You dare
Yes,
accuse
Brunyorn.
me of callous?
You're being callous.
Yes.
Where's your fervor, Will? This man is servant of the darkness. His mind is
Let me go,
captured by
please.
evil.
I won't do it again, I swear.
think he's just a really stupid
I
fisherman.
won't do it
who's
again.
Bad at fishing.
Okay, that's all I
I'll
need
never
to
do
hear.
it again.
Tell him if we see him, just because Brunyorn passed the intimidation check. I nudge him and say, tell him if we ever see him near the Vistani camp, we'll and then I stop and you can say something creative.
That's
I
basically
pop my head
how
out
it
of the water and I just look at him with my frog eyes.
He's not looking in that direction,
Uh,
unfortunately. so he doesn't see
I
it.
feel
Well,
intimidating though.
Looking at
I
everyone
see
like,
it. I like it.
I love
We'll
it.
break his knees and
I-
elbows backwards.
All right,
Ooh,
Okay, I
I would
look
like
up-
to.
and I say,
Nice.
next time you think,
Slow, make it painful.
Next time you think you're having a problem fishing, maybe try using some better bait and not showing your
My
head
bait's
around
the
the Vistani
vest.
camp again.
I have to find a way to remove this curse.
We do not
Remove
trust the Vistani
yourself.
either.
I have
However-
knowledge in...
Shut up!
Thank you.
Yeah,
We do not trust the Vistani either. However,
Wait, is there a potential that he's actually cursed? Can we check that?
Yeah, you can try to detect magic on
That's
him,
what I was
because
just
you
about
can
to
cast
say.
that.
I don't have-
I am gonna cast magic awareness.
There's nothing. He is
That's
definitely
literally
not cursed.
exactly what I was about to tell him. I'm like, I know my stuff and you're not.
Okay, anyway.
Let me explain something to you, my good sir.
Mm.
I have the ability to detect magic and detect
Oh yeah,
curse.
prove it.
You are in fact not cursed. You are a bad fisherman.
No,
And
it can't be
we
that. I'm
see you around the Vistani camp again, we will not be so lenient. How do you think you'll fish
I doubt the Vistani will be either.
with every joint in your body broken backwards?
So you cursed me too. Everyone hates poor old. Sorry.
he's so stupid he forgot his name.
Yeah, he's really stupid. Everyone hates poor old Bluto.
Pluto?
Bluto.
Bluto.
You do not, as much as you don't trust the Vistani, we do not either. However, we must.
I'll
have an
never
answer.
do it again. I'll never do it again.
However, we must have an answer for the young girl's father when we bring her back. So,
Don't tell him anything. Don't bring her back.
We're gonna
Why
bring
would
her
you do
back.
that? They're Vistani.
Tell you what.
Vistani are evil.
He's a
Tell you what.
child.
He's a 7-year-old
He's a
girl.
Vistani child. Huh?
let me explain my plan. Okay, so I bring the group around. To speak privately, I'm like,
Is someone watching
what's the route? Yeah, so we're watching him.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's the guy's
Huddle
name?
still?
The fucking.
You can start scooching towards the tree line.
I grab him.
All right.
Okay.
You tie him up with a rope.
Yeah, I tie him up. Okay.
All right.
So, what's the girl's father's name again? What's his name?
Luvash.
Luvash. Now Luvash is gonna have questions.
Yes.
And his young girl knows that she was kidnapped by a man and attempted to be drowned. So, he must make a show of killing him so that all suspicion is be allayed. I do not trust the Vistani more than this man. And I'm sure none of you do either. So if we take the girl away...
Throw him in the water!
Make it look like we kill him for the girl. Suspicion will be...
I mean, can't she hear us right now?
No, she can't.
You guys moved away from her, right?
Down, and she's in a interverse.
I'm not part of the huddle because I'm still holding her, so it doesn't make sense that I would have moved away.
Now let me propose an alternate idea. We tell him to start running in the opposite direction of the Vistani camp right now, and then we're going to go ahead back and tell him everything that happened, and hopefully he'll be out of range before he has time to...
That's a terrible idea, because the guy's going to be like... because what's his name is going to be like...
We're giving him a head start.
You guys are incompetent. How could you let him get away?
Oh,
this man tried to kill my daughter.
We're not telling him we let him go.
We don't owe him anything.
Yeah, we're just
don't
telling
owe him anything, but he is one of the cursed members of this land.
We'll tell him.
Well, this guy's really fucking dumb. We could just bring him and let Luvash do whatever he wants to him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to give the guy a chance to get out, and then I'm going to tell Luvash where exactly
he told you he would never do it again. Yes, times. You can roll an insight check to see.
I'm rolling. What's my insight?
I have +4. Let me just try that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ignore mine then.
I'll take.
I got a
19. All right, he will absolutely do it again.
Bring him with.
Just bring him with.
For something like this, he's not telling the truth.
We can either leave it to Luvash to track him down, or we bring him to the camp. There's no way I'm pretending to kill this man. It's either kill him, or let Luvash kill him.
I say, bring him with us and let Luvash do as he wishes.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
agree with
any?
that.
Do we have any way of determining if this man has any redeeming characters whatsoever?
An insight check.
Okay.
I'll me try that.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
I got
Green?
a 19 again.
Oh, I did. I
Alright,
ignored
alright.
my roll again.
You guys can tell this man. He's old. He's been in Barovia his whole life, obviously. He's just broken at this point. Like, he's clearly cracked. Like, making up things. You know, he's trying to cope with the fact that he's in this horrible world, and he's taking it out on everyone else because he can't. Like, he can't see himself as being the cause of his own problems.
He's too far gone. He's just a hollow soul. We can get rid of that.
I have a new plan. It seems a swift death would be a mercy.
Throw him in the water!
I'd rather be able
Swift death.
We'd have to bring proof of our kill to Luvash. I'd prefer to just bring the whole
His head will do.
Arabelle, by the way, who succeeded her stealth check, pops into the circle at this point, and she says,
holding her.
Huh?
I was holding her.
Were you holding her
Like,
away
in my
from the
lap.
circle?
Yeah, I wasn't part of
you
the
were in
circle.
the
I said
circle.
that. No, I said I wasn't part of it.
I-
Didn't make sense that I went.
Yeah, she
But I
did.
kind of want to hear what she's gonna say actually.
well,
So we'll just let it go.
She pops into the circle and she says, "Bring him my dad. My dad will kill him.
See?
He won't like it if you kill him. He wants to do it himself."
I glance around.
Let's
at the
let's
group.
just let's just
suspect-
bring him.
I
I
need to
suspect
throw him in the
Luvash
water.
Will torture him to death.
Probably.
I really don't give a damn.
Really great.
I don't care what happens to this guy. He's
This
clearly
child.
lost it.
Pulls it out. Kill him.
That's gonna need therapy.
I have a knife before, by the way. You don't know where
Luvash,
he's
well, he's
What have you got?
Well, Luvash is
Yeah,
an untrustworthy
You're missing a knife,
scoundrel.
Laura.
He is the man responsible.
She also
I
passed
would
her sleight of hand check.
I would like to offer. I would like to offer her some ball bearings in exchange for the knife.
I'm not giving you my knife. This is my knife.
It's not
Can
your
I
knife.
keep her as a pet? I
would
like her.
like to put it to a vote. All those in favor of a swift, merciful death for this man beset upon by Strahd and Barovia at large.
I will take
It
All those
doesn't.
in
I mean,
favor-
I'll vote for that, but it doesn't even matter because his soul is just gonna get recycled into this world again.
Yeah, but that.
What are you
Well-
voting for, Isaac?
I was gonna say I once he said all those in favor
okay,
of bringing
okay.
him to Luvash.
I
All those
vote
in
for
favor of
throwing
Luvash.
him in the
I mean,
water.
we are literally voting to kill him.
Yes,
Like-
a swift death would be
It's a
preferable.
3
to
and 3
whatever
vote right now.
Luvash.
No, I vote to throw him in the water. The third option.
That's
It's not the option.
those are not the options.
I think it's
Yes,
past.
true.
You can kill him.
That's very kind. and
Arabelle's
I
like,
would
I vote we
accept
take him to my father.
We won't have any evidence of.
All right,
kill.
I unsheath my sword and I cut off his head.
All right.
Nah, I stay your hand.
No.
Okay,
Okay, you guys are gonna roll contested athletics or dexterity.
Arabelle has requested we bring it to his father, and I have 5 letters.
He's
You
a
can roll
7-year-old
either
There's a
child.
athletics or
7-year-old child.
acrobatics.
I got a 16.
Okay, so what do I have to roll here?
Either athletics or acrobatics. You can
So are
choose
you
which one
gonna
has the higher
bring the
modifier.
head with you?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Ah, fuck. I got an 8.
All right,
That's
Brunjorn does
disgusting.
manage to stay your hand.
All right.
And I say to you immediately, Arabelle, while she's a
Ask
child,
him.
has
Ask Pluto
requested.
what he wants. Ask
Wait.
the guy what he wants. He can either go with us to the Vistani or he can get killed right now. Make him
Oh, I
choose.
wonder what he's
Let me
gonna
go.
choose.
We're not
Let
gonna
me
let
go
him
right
go.
now.
We do
We're
not
We
letting him
won't.
go.
Listen,
Why
he's
not?
not
Pick
Let me
one
go.
or two. Pick one or two.
No, you
I grabbed
fooled.
him.
3.
and pick him up.
Fools understand.
water.
His mind is gone. He is not going to, conform to any of our preconceived plans. Let's
Listen,
just go.
option 3 was the
Okay.
water, so
I
Here's
pick him
the
up.
thing.
I pick him
Here's
up by
the thing.
his
No,
neck.
wait. Aiden already picked him up. So while you
Uh-huh.
all are arguing, I'm gonna pull out my dagger and just slip it between his ribs, just stab him straight in the heart, and he'll die.
Make a stealth
Wait.
check.
Okay,
Okay.
who voted to bring him back to Luvash then? Because I thought it was 3 and
Isaac.
3.
I did,
No.
Arabelle did, and Rachel didn't vote for anything.
No, I voted for the water, the third one. Also, Arabelle doesn't get a vote. She's 7.
All right. Everyone sees Enya going for this kill.
Enya, Cithrin, come on. We're a team here. We're not slipping daggers.
Yeah, but I don't think we should take him back to the.
You guys won the vote.
Kill him. Just kill him.
Like
we won.
You guys won the vote.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac, why do you suddenly want to take him back to the Vistani? You literally voted against that.
No, that's what I voted for. I voted.
He's the one person who voted for it.
All right, well, he's outvoted. Kill him.
You're voting for him to be tortured to death.
I didn't. Who? Okay, you're assuming he's
All
going
right,
to
all right.
First off,
Brunyorn can
definitely
easily
said.
be held back by you guys, and Cithrin can decapitate this guy.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
He's decapitated.
Done.
No, wait! Dead. His head rolls to the side.
Okay.
Everybody's like, yeah!
somebody pick up the damn head.
I start
pick
pushing
up
the
the head.
body toward the water.
I don't know why you didn't take the child.
Wait, yeah.
This.
I check his body for
Because
valuables.
She wanted to see it. She literally
Listen.
she stole my knife. She voted
is
for his death.
stole
Like she wants.
I cannot believe you.
All right.
She's in her own
You
league.
This
check
is our
his body for
strangest
valuables.
encounter yet.
He's just wearing. He's not got anything on him. Like a couple fishing hooks, maybe some worms. That's it.
I
This
take
is like the
I take the
crazy guy in
worms.
Skyrim that begs you to kill him.
Yes.
I take the worms and put them in my bag.
All right. And what do you guys do now? You
I
got
push-
the head of this guy.
I push the
worms.
body in the water.
Okay. Yeah. You do that.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
And you
Let's
guys
take
are
the head.
your perception check, Ethan, from earlier when you were looking for the source of the voice. You know that no one is around to see this happen.
Well,
Okay.
that's good.
Let's go.
Okay.
Vistani camp.
We'll go back to the Vistani camp with the head.
All right.
Arabelle.
I eat one of the worms to see what it tastes like.
It tastes
like-
pretty good, actually.
Nice.
Can Michaela cast that one identify spell on me to see what that voice was?
You can try.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Okay. So I will cast Identify on Ethan. Can I figure out what the spell was that he heard?
No. You don't detect anything different from last time.
Listen.
You cast it.
All right. My
It seems
suspicion
like a
is that
progression of
it
his
is a
curse.
progression of my. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. I was the first one who wanted to kill this bastard, and then everyone was like, "Oh, don't kill him!" And then I was like, "Fine, we'll bring him back to Luvash." And they're like,
Well,
"Oh,
we had to
kill him."
talk to him first.
You guys arrive back at the Vistani camp within like a half hour. It doesn't take you long to get there. And you guys presumably walk up to the tent.
Yes.
All right.
Throw the head down in front of him.
You see Luvash and Aragol
Okay.
in there, like they're sitting drinking wine. The two guards out front, they're like, "Oh, you'll be happy to see this." And they open the door for you. Arabelle, immediately on seeing her dad, is like, "Daddy!" and runs over to him. And he's like, "Arabelle, my girl!" And he like hugs her and brings her back. Like, "You found her! What happened? Where was she?"
He had been kidnapped by a deranged fisherman, and he attempted to drown her as a sacrifice to the lake.
His eyes go like dead. Bring
Uh-huh.
him to me.
He is.
Toss
He
the
has,
head
he
in.
has been
His head.
dispatched.
My apologies for my
Brought him to
foolish
me.
teammates. I
Stop! Let
No.
Alec speak.
Oh, I thought
He said you should have brought him to me. I would have had fun with him.
that is exactly what I
But
intended to
you
do.
killed him at least. Well, it seems you lost the vote, didn't you? Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I cannot thank you enough.
Now, about that
I
coin.
feel a little bad about bringing you guys into Barovia now, but I'm thankful that I did, because otherwise I wouldn't have my daughter right now. So, win-win, I guess.
Fair.
Cancels itself out. Hey, let me get you guys something. And he he brings you guys a small wooden box, and a pouch containing 300 gold pieces. Inside the box, he opens it. He's like, "Hey, potions for you." Well, he looks kind of like look down at him, looks up. He's like, these ones aren't so good. I guess I won't give you those." And then he gives you the bag. He's like, "Yeah, this is some gold for you."
What are the
What potions were in the bag
Sorry?
there.
I'm sure they were the potions.
They let you. They let you. Don't worry about it. It's
No,
nothing.
no. What are they?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. You want me to make a persuasion check, do you?
Yes.
Oh.
1. No, I'm not
Got a
fucking
5.
telling you anything.
I have a +4 in fucking persuasion.
So you got a 1. I literally fucking called
Yeah,
it.
a 13 is actually going to be good enough. He's like, well, they were potion. We don't. If you fucking tell anyone this, I'll find out and I'll gut you guys. But they're not real. They're fake. We tell people they can help them escape Barovia, and then we sell them, and then they don't, and then we get the gold and never see them again.
Truly, I'm shocked.
You little swindler.
How do you
I
know
didn't
you
want to do
never
you guys
did?
dirty like that because you guys.
I'm not
robbed
gonna
me of
lie.
$1
I'm-
again.
I'm slightly impressed.
How do you
but
know you're
only
never going to see
slightly.
them again? Are they poisoned?
Then no, they try to leave and then they get lost in the mists.
Oh.
Sometimes they come back to us, but they never get their gold back.
Well, how about you bring us the real potions?
There are no
We'll
real
be on our
potions.
way.
There's no way to escape Barovia.
Alright,
So
well,
all we get out of saving your daughter is 300 gold.
That we can't even spend.
And he gives you guys
Okay,
another 100
I'll
gold.
take
The guy
it.
is a generous man. Here, grab some more. I'm sorry about the poison. Here's more. And you guys can roll a persuasion check on the trying to convince him to give you more.
Michaela, what is your alignment?
All right. He's like,
What
fine,
is
and he
it?
gives you guys
Chaotic
600
good,
gold
I
pieces
think.
total.
Because you sure play like a chaotic neutral son of a bitch.
Yeah, you really fucking do. What's
It was
everyone's
her
alignment?
original alignment.
Oh yeah, I'm
Said
chaotic good. I
600,
used
Alex.
I
to
had
be
her-
chaotic neutral.
I had her
do
change
not
it
play
to
chaotic
just to help sway things a little more that direction. But Luvash gives you guys 600 gold pieces.
okay, 100 each.
Here's the thing. This is not about like this is just me. I put Elira as chaotic good, but I swear to God, playing with you guys, I'm like lawful good. Like
Real.
Right. Yeah.
Or
this has
lawful
been
neutral,
really
or,
something.
neutral good.
But Lubash says to you guys, and you guys can spend those in Valaki. They got markets there, and there's sometimes the old woman who sells potions and other fun trinkets. And you may, on occasion, find one of us Vistani out and about selling various goods.
Yeah, hopefully not more of those
I'll
potions.
put a good word in for you guys. You guys won't get sold the crap. But we won't try to scam you. I'll make sure the word gets around.
Are there any
That's
Where to find
appreciated.
Well,
Isaac
you
is
know,
not chaotic
I'm
good.
not exactly scared of you. And he like looks around, and you guys there's a good maybe 10 Vistani at the camp right now.
Are there any smiths?
So if you guys want to pick a fight, you can fucking try it any time. But let's
Not
keep this.
not
let's keep
interested
this
in that.
friendly,
Thank
huh?
you.
We're not
Isaac-
trying to pick a fight. We're happy
No,
to
I know.
unite with your daughter, and we will be on our
Well,
way.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my night with my family. You guys, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Are there any
go.
smiths?
Be on your way. Huh?
We're
Oh yeah, there's
going into
Smiths
the
in Valaki.
town.
There's Smiths in Valaki. You'll find.
Yeah, come on. Jeez, let's go.
There's a lot of stuff there.
I'm just gonna before we go, I'm just gonna ask if he knows the way to the Blue Water Inn.
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
and he
he
gives
does.
you directions to the Blue Water Inn in town.
All right, cool. Let's go to the Blue Water Inn.
All right.
Let's go.
By the way, Aiden, I'm lawful neutral, so it actually makes sense that I'd want to bring him back to the dude.
Lawful?
Yeah.
Neutral. Lawful neutral.
Literally,
Yeah, it means
okay,
he doesn't want good
Clearance.
necessarily. He just wants the law.
So because I'm lawful
Okay,
neutral,
that
I want him
makes
to be
sense.
brought back to
He's
Luvash.
Judge Dredd.
I'm doing exactly what
Yes.
should be done, like
Okay.
to fulfill the
As you
contract. That's
guys,
law.
as you guys, he tells you that in order to get to the Blue Water Inn, all you guys have to do is follow the main road until you get to the town square, and then it's right off of the town square on your left. Yeah. But he's like, but first you have to get into the city. And you guys, that's on you. That's gonna be fun for you.
What is there a tax, a toll?
You'll find out. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise.
Okay, well let's try to get into the city.
All right, you guys travel back down the road and walk over to the gates of Vallaki.
No.
The dirt road ends in a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair, with a number of guards around in a gatehouse, and like a palisade wall around. I have the picture for it. I'm liking this session, guys. This is a pretty great session.
This is good.
Mm-hmm.
That was the strangest encounter we've had yet.
Just as a side note, super side note, after this has made me do some thinking, I'm changing my alignment to neutral good because I think that fits Lyra better.
That works. It's whatever you want it to be. I'm not going to enforce anything.
I think I'm going to change mine to chaotic neutral like it was originally because I am chaotic neutral.
Whatever you... Yeah, see, the thing is, when you start people off assuming that they're going to be, like, a certain way, they'll, like, change the way they play their character. And so in order to avoid, like, complications in early role-playing, I was suggesting certain alignments, but now that we're good at D&D now, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's just like me compared to you guys.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly what I ought to.
Hey guys, look.
Will over here testing my patience, and the rest of you at that matter.
Droog is just like true neutral.
Yeah, Droog's not testing my patience.
Actually, I am neutral evil.
Yeah.
That's my alignment.
Okay, that's it. I like it. Neutral evil. Oh my god.
But I think I'm slowly changing to chaotic neutral, but I'm not sure if I'll change it yet. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure I'm neutral good.
I don't think it really matters that much. It's just like after it just made me think of it. I'm just like, I'm not playing with chaotic.
It does sometimes matter because there are some things that change depending on your alignment. Like you can't attune certain magic items and other such things. But it's not that complicated. There are magic items that you can attune that no one else can attune. This is the picture of Vallaki that you guys would see as you guys are exiting the.
This is these are the gates of Vallaki.
Wow.
That's exactly it.
Vallaki.
You guys approach the gates of Vallaki. But before you can get too close, you're told, "Halt! Who goes there? It's getting late."
It's us.
Who are you?
We are travelers looking to stay at the inn.
The Inn of the Prancing Pony.
The Blue Water Inn.
Blue Water. Oh, is that all? Well, we don't get a lot of travelers around here. What are you doing here?
We will purchase things.
If I may, we are the same as any other man or woman trapped in this land. We're simply here because we have no choice, and we're looking for a place to stay.
We're also looking to trade.
Trade is also
trade. Well,
we have gold.
If we think you could be led into the city, you'll definitely find that in there. Who are you with? Are you with anyone?
No alliances at this time.
We're with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have not spent much time in this realm.
You know anyone in Vallaki who could vouch for you?
What's his name?
Esmeralda.
The Wizard of Wine.
Oh
gosh.
You know Davian, do you?
Davian,
well, he doesn't live in Vallaki.
Also, we were told to speak with the. Please hold while I scroll up to my notes. Fuck, I lost it.
You pull out a massive.
Yeah, it's a note. No, it's a note, but I just like keep going down the note.
No, I mean like in the game, you actually pull out a massive.
Yeah, I pull out a scroll.
We were told to meet with the.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Oh my God, where the fuck did it go? The Martikovs, the owners of the.
Oh, the Martikovs.
Yes.
You know something at least. Here, and then he like says something. He's like, well, "Come inside." He opens the gates, and you guys see a second set of gates behind him. And in between, there's like a couple of doors. It seems like a customs area almost. They let you guys inside. And they say, everyone go in that room, except for you. And they point at different. You come in here. And they point to the door on the other side.
You're not got enough clothing on, that's why.
Because we gotta ask you some questions, that's why. We don't just let anyone in here.
You racial profiling?
My opinion of them falls.
If he was, he'd
follow.
also be calling you in.
Alright, you obey their orders?
I will go with them.
Alright. They sit down, he pulls out a notepad, he says, "Who are you?"
My name is Sithrin Blind Eye.
Writes it down. What's your business in Vallaki?
It's as my companion said. We wish to visit the inn and the Martikovs.
And engage in trade?
And engage in trade.
You have gold?
I have gold.
Mark some notes down. Who's your affiliations in Barovia?
Do we have any affiliations?
Do we have? Don't just say no.
No.
I mean, sort of with Kretsk and with Ruby and the Wizard of Wine.
You're right.
I would
down.
Yeah, I'll just say that. Yeah. That.
What are you bringing into Vallaki? Do you have anything to declare?
Gold.
Sorry, the image of Michael Scott going, "I declare bankruptcy."
You have anything to declare?
Gold.
Gold. Anything else? What's that sword you got on your back? And that spear you have? Those will need registration, you know.
Well, then register them.
Nah, we'll deal with that in a little bit. Nothing to do. It doesn't look like you have anything on you. Just a loincloth. I'd appreciate it if you put some clothes on while you're in the town.
Why, do you like what you see?
I don't swing that way, buddy. You see him right, gay. Do you have any intention of raising trouble while you're in the town of Vallaki?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Roll deception. No, I'm kidding. How long will you be staying in Vallaki?
Undetermined.
The questions go on for another minute or so. And he eventually is like, "All right, go over there, register your weapon." You see another guy in another desk. He's like, "All right, lay him down here." And he like looks him over. He's like, "All right," and he like takes a tag and like writes a number down on it and like gives you a receipt of that number as well. Ties it on. He's like, "All right, you can have this." Wait. Yeah. He's like, "I'm assuming you guys are hunters, which hunters have a weapons permit in Vallaki. You can keep this as long as you don't brandish it while you're in the town. There'll be no need for that. If you lose it, then we can find who has it and bring it back to you if you still have your ticket."
Very well.
All right, and then they do the same thing with all of you in successive order, and it gets very tiring, and it takes about 45 minutes. It's really,
oh my god,
really
45 minutes? Damn, that's really good for getting through your security.
Yeah, I mean, it's late. They're trying to get their job
very
done.
fast for customs.
That's fair.
Yes.
I thought I was getting singled out.
No.
When
They do it for everyone.
When he asks me if I have anything to declare, I say 1 water bucket and 5 servants.
After he says,
wait, yeah, 5.
"They're your servants. What are you?" Actually, I don't even think they'd ask you because they don't think you like.
Oh dang!
You don't get asked. They're like, "Whose pet is that? Who's declaring that?"
I don't say anything.
It's
I thought
he is mine.
I plot over to you.
Questions about it. He doesn't seem to be too perturbed. All right. After they do it all, you guys are sitting for about 10-15 minutes. They come back in. It's like, "All right, you guys are all clear to enter Vallaki. We got a couple things to go over before you do. Once inside, the mention of the name Strahd is strictly illegal, even in written form. Know that even now, as I say the name, it is the last time you'll hear it within the gates. Instead, if you must refer to the aforementioned individual, you will refer to him simply as the devil. If you are not already aware, this noble town holds a festival each week in honor of the residents, general merriment, and continued support of the burgomaster, Baron Vargas Balakovich. As guests of Balaki, you will not be required to aid in the preparation for our festivals. However, your attendance and participation in each and every festival is absolutely mandatory for the length of your stay. Failure to attend will be in strict opposition to Valachian law. The next great Valachian festival, the Festival of the Blazing Sun, will be held in 3 days in the town square.
Sun, you say?
Yes, Festival of the Blazing Sun. You might like that. Let me get through this. Failure to comply with any Valachian law will mark you as criminals to our city and will be punished as such in accordance with our justice system. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them.
What
I don't
punishment?
have any. Thank you very much for your time.
It may include a written warning, fine, imprisonment, or up to execution.
What are your laws? Is there?
I've gone over most of them with you. Don't kill, don't steal.
Not that complicated.
Pretty simple.
Don't wanna get trapped.
Any aggressive unhappiness will be met with a written warning.
Interesting.
First, and then a fine.
No,
so Bloodborne, don't talk.
As long as you don't stir up any trouble, you won't have any reason to fear these consequences. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
It doesn't seem so. It seems perfectly easy to comply with. Thank you for your time.
All right, that's good. That's good. After this intense questioning, which has been very draining on all of you, you finally are allowed into the town of Valaki. If there is a cultural hub in Barovia, you feel like this must be it. It looks almost like a normal city, except for all of the forced smiles you see around on everyone's faces, and the various put up and then torn down and then put up and then torn down posters for all manner of different festivals that have clearly been held around town. This is great.
I wonder if they have soulless here. I say to the crowd as we walk through the streets.
About half the people greet you with smiles, and about half the people look up at you and just look down. And a lot of people start noticing Brunjorn oddly and start looking at his sun emblazoned on his chest. One person actually walks up to you and he's and says, "Are you a member of the cult of the sun?"
I do worship the sun and all its influences. I don't know of any cult specifically, but I'd be glad to hear about them.
Wow, we would. We're the coming of the sun here in Barovia. We don't say anything. We have an underground movement against the burgomaster. I'm sure I can trust you because of you're clearly a member of the sun worshippers.
Mr. Shard.
And then Frank, what was the greeting I decided on? It's may the sun be with you. May it shine on all your days.
Wait, before you leave, is there a place I can contact you? I'd love to get involved.
Oh, I don't. You don't have any reason to contact me. I'm just a generic NPC.
No, not you, you idiot. Your order.
The leader of our organization is Lady Wachter. Find her. She'll have answers for you. And then he says, welcome to Valaki, and then kind of too loudly.
Thank you.
Thank you, strange sir.
All right, as you guys, yes.
I was just going to quickly mention, I've been rather sullen ever since we left Kretsk, but I am slightly happier now.
All right.
There's a slight glimmer in his eye.
Yes. This place is about as fucking depressing as it gets with all the forced happiness, by the way. You guys are walking around here and it's just awful. Yeah, it really feels forced and just no one's enjoying it and everyone is very unhappy about all the happiness. Except for the people who seem to be trying to go along with it.
What was the lady's name?
Lady Wachter. W-A-C-H-T-E-R.
W-A-C.
I'd like to look around and see if I can see any soulless.
You do actually. Yeah, there are soulless here in Valaki as well. while you're looking around, hold on.
It fades into like some dark music.
Yeah.
I just want to hear this get like a creepier version of this song.
I don't have a creepy version of this song,
Slowly
unfortunately.
switch into like a like minor key.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the city all of a sudden, but you should use that Pokemon song.
Freaking.
Oh, fucking Lavender Town.
Lavender Town.
Okay, as you guys are walking around, you see posters that have been are clearly being they've been around for a while. They seem to have told you about what the last festival was, Wolf's Head Jamboree. And,
I like to think that they print out a fucking they completely redesign a whole new poster for every week.
Yeah,
tear down the last.
Well, you're about to be disappointed.
Aw.
Because you also see Festival of the Blazing Sun. And as you see those "All will be well" slogans, and you notice actually a couple of people as they're passing say "All will be well" as they're walking by. With those forced smiles.
Will be provided.
Yeah.
Which does anyone remember which of the ones were
That's
were
concerning.
mandatory attendance, or is it
Yeah.
just all of them?
It says on the posters that they'll be required.
Bikes
Yes,
will be
they
provided
are
and
all
children
mandatory.
required.
Attendance and children required.
And around you actually see a couple of rotting wolf's heads off in some corners that look like they've been impaled on pikes.
Nice.
So you gather that maybe the idea of that last festival was to dance around with wolf's heads on pikes around everywhere. From what you see.
Okay.
Yeah, as you guys walk into the town, pretty quickly you see a cathedral, actually, which is bigger than almost anything else you've seen in Barovia thus far. It definitely stands out from everything else. And it's it's kind of off to the side of the road. You guys check it out, or do you keep moving towards the Blue Water Inn?
Sorry,
I
what'd you say
think
it
we
was
should
again?
just go to the inn.
Let's
What'd
go
you say
to
it
the
was?
inn and make a note to check the
It is
cathedral in the
a
morning.
festival, and it's clearly a cathedral. And you can tell that it is a cathedral to the Morning Lord.
I would like to visit the cathedral right now.
No, let's visit it in the morning.
I would like to
Yeah,
visit it
I
now.
think Michaela needs to.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Does anyone want to try to approach it at all, check it out a little bit, or just keep moving?
I kind of want to.
I'll look at it closer and
Yeah.
Let's
maybe
look at it, but
walk
let's
a
not
little
go
closer.
inside or anything.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk around it. It seems pretty interesting. But Aiden.
Yes.
About 20 feet from the entrance, you suddenly find yourself unable to move any closer to it. Everyone else can move closer, but you can't.
I look back at him. I'm just like, ha! The fervor is weak, it seems.
Something's wrong. Can I tell why?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, you might have suspicions.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I think I know exactly why already.
But yeah, it's like this weird, almost physical and mental block that's preventing you from getting any closer.
Just
Isaac,
step
if you have
over
a
here.
suspicion, why don't you just message Aiden real quick?
Just come on over.
Oh, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Aiden does?
Oh, yeah.
Can
Why?
you share with the class?
Do you know Aiden? Can you tell?
His character doesn't know yet, so.
It's easy. Just take a step
My character
forward.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
But yeah, you guys check it out. Will kind of stays back. Do you see anything? Think of anything suspicious of Will staying back?
Yes, I'm telling him to come forward.
I already
think
went
it's
back.
weird.
I made a funny comment to him when I saw it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cannot move.
You cannot or will not. What stops you from coming any closer?
If I knew, I would say.
Alec, can I just try to remember if the Church of the Morning Lord has specific doctrine against certain types of things?
Yes, you can roll religion.
All right. I suck at religion, so let's try.
In the meantime, I'm trying to teach him how to walk.
Isaac, you don't know of anything specific that would prevent him. The only thing that comes to mind is potentially some very rare churches have some kind of hallowed property which prevents certain types of creatures from approaching them.
I walk over to Will pointedly, not with any specific suspicion, but I kind of just have a frown, a quizzical frown on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you swear you can't come any closer.
Cannot. Something is preventing me. Something is wrong.
I've heard of some chapels that don't allow certain things inside of their midst, but that's all I know. I can't.
When you say things, what do you mean?
I can't say for sure. I don't want to say anything that might. I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah, this is only like with that religion check. This is only something you've maybe heard a rumor of.
Yeah.
You don't know anything else about.
Yeah, I don't wish to discuss this further.
I believe we should.
All right.
Move on to the inn.
All right. Yes, and the inn is. You guys walk, further into the town. You know, it's actually like a fairly big place. You get the idea that maybe even like 1,200, maybe 1,500 people live here. Like this is much bigger than Kretsk. Kretsk maybe like 150 people maximum.
It's like Riverwood, and then you go to White Mud.
Yeah, basically. This is actually a pretty. And this
a city.
Is a city. Let me
Toss
post
city.
this
That's what I
picture
thought.
of what the square looks like. As you arrive in the square, you see a bunch of people in stocks.
They look so happy.
Donkey heads, plastered donkey heads on their like as a mask on them, and you see like, rotten fruit near them, like someone was throwing it at them.
That must be their standard punishment for unhappiness.
This is a much bigger version.
Pretty strange.
Yes.
Something is amiss here.
Nothing a good night's sleep won't fix, right?
Yeah, and you guys easily find your way to the Blue Water Inn, which I have another picture of. Give me a sec.
Can I go up to one of the people in the stocks?
Here.
Yes, you can. What do you want to do?
I'll walk up to him and ask him, "What did you do?"
As you walk up, a guard who's standing nearby is like, "Hey, don't talk to him."
Oh, sorry. What did they do?
Malicious unhappiness.
What specifically?
You need to ask, then you've already gotten yourself into trouble with it.
What? No, I don't know it. I am just a joyful, curious frog.
That is the Blue Water Inn, by the way. It seems like a welcoming place as you approach.
I hop away with a spring in my step.
And if you guys want to, I do actually have an astral map for it. I have an astral map for a lot of things.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes. You guys walk up and open the door and enter.
Do we enter astral?
You can enter astral now, and
I got to be reassigned.
Whatever you want. I already assigned you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't refresh, right?
Yeah. Inside, you see the bartender standing behind. He's well, you don't know his name, so pretend you don't see that. But he's gonna
tell me. You look like an Irwin.
He looks up and says, welcome. You come here late. Are you looking for places to? Are you looking for rooms? We have many rooms for you. There, we have drinks for you too. You look tired.
Lodging might just do the trick at this hour. I'm not
you
sure.
You see a woman there as well, who's like cleaning cups as a woman should. off in the side.
Your establishment. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say your establishment was recommended to us by a Davian.
He looks up and he looks at you. He's like, Oh, he like seems to recognize. You're the ones who helped out those at the winery, aren't you? And then you look behind him and you can see that all the barrels of wine behind him are from the winery. And he says, yes. You know that Davian's my father. I'm sure he didn't tell you. We've had a bit of a falling out recently. My name's Erwin, and this is my wife Danica. And Danica walks over and says, hello, it's you. You are the ones who helped them out there. Well, we greatly appreciate it. They surely would have been in a great deal of trouble if you hadn't helped. Anything we can do for you. Drinks are on the house. We can bed you for the night on the house.
That is
What
very
now?
gracious of
Come
you.
again?
What? We can do what for the night?
What was I gonna say?
By the way, all around the inn, you see wolf heads mounted on the walls.
Yeah.
These are not like the wolf heads you saw outside,
right.
by the way.
Tell me this.
So they're not fake, or they're not real.
They're like taxidermied.
There is actually something I think you might help me on. This might seem like a weird question, but upon entering the city, I had a certain someone come up to me, inquiring to my surcoat. As you can see, the sun is emblazoned upon.
Were they asking you to be the figurehead for the festival of the blazing sun, or involved in some way?
Actually, they were mentioning some sort of cult and a woman named Lady Wachter.
Walker. Lady Walker. Here, let's speak somewhere private. And he walks over here, and his two young boys, by the way, come running out, just kind of doing everything. Rob, Bray, watch yourselves. Like, sorry, Dad.
This reminds me of every time I try to move to a room and the dog sausage.
He leads you into the like the kitchen area, which seems to be.
Oh, so private. Everyone wants to join the cult of a sun all of a sudden.
I sure fucking don't.
Anyways, and he and his wife are in there, and they say, sorry, what did you say initially?
Oh, right. The cult of the sun mentioned I should get in contact with a person.
I recommend you stay out of politics in Vallaki. It is
politics
likely to get you nothing but trouble. It's anyone just do engage in the festivals. Look, try to look like you're enjoying yourself around town and stay out of trouble. That's my recommendation.
At least that is a good recommendation.
Help me with this
advice.
The Burgomaster's men are everywhere, keeping an eye out.
The said cult, to which Lady Wachter belongs to, they haven't actually made any serious headway. Are they just, lost, or are they actually serious about what they're doing?
I don't know anything about that. I try to stay out of their business. They come around here harassing us sometimes. She does have a bit of a following. I don't know how serious they are. They're just trying to stir up trouble. Nothing good will come of it. I can assure you.
Perhaps know where to find her, at least?
Oh, at Wachter Manor. They
Wachter
live there. Wachter,
right. Okay, well, that's great. Everyone can leave the room now, thanks.
Hold on. He he says, well, we can't thank you enough for your help at the winery. We were just about out here, and I was getting very worried for everything going on there. And then I get word from my father that you bailed them out. Well, not my father, my brother.
Yeah, it seems Kretz having the same issue.
If you want drinks, they're on the house for the night, and
what time is it?
Danica's like, well, don't go too crazy. We still have to make a living. And Erwin's like, oh, come on, let them have some fun, Danica. And Danica's like,
don't worry, we left our trunk behind.
That's true, we did.
The dwarf, yes. I think Davian likes that one. He doesn't show it. It's a bit of a fondness for her.
What time is it, Alec? I can't remember.
It's probably like 9 o'clock. Like the
sun.
All right.
Beds for the night as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, and yeah, as long as you're in Barovia, or as long as you're in Vallaki, you can stay here free of charge.
Thank you.
Can't promise endless drinks.
That's fine. I would like one drink, and
now,
I will
I'll
go to
have
bed.
4 beers, please.
All right. Yes, you guys. There is no beer. We only have wine.
Oh,
But it's
well,
the
I guess
best
that makes
damn
sense.
wine anywhere.
I'll
I
have
would like a
4
singular
wine.
glass of wine, and then I will go retire for the night and take a long rest.
Yeah. All right. And Danica and Erwin, they come out and they start serving you. Looking around the tavern, there's a couple of people in there. There's a group of individuals in one corner that, knowing what you know now, you can definitely tell are probably soulless, and they kind of just are sitting there like drinking their wine, having a very bland conversation.
Well, as I'm sitting here, I'm chatting with Erwin, and I pass up the questions. Like, do you get a lot of business through this inn?
Oh, of course, we're the only inn in Vallaki, so everyone comes through here. We're one of the few, I guess you could call us neutral places in Vallaki as well, and people feel good here. They like coming. In the corner of the room, by the way, you see a bard who's just kind of sitting there, like reading a book, maybe playing a few notes on his lyre. He seems like he's like glancing up at you every now and then out from under his hat, his wide-brimmed hat, but he's not approaching as well. He's the only person in there who's like of note, the only other person, I should say. And Erwin's like, see that half elf over there. His name is Rictavo. He's a joy around here. He likes playing tricks, singing songs. He knows a thing or two. You do well to listen to him if he has anything to say to you.
He's not involved with the Cult of the Sun, is he?
He's a traveler just like you. A couple of rowdy characters you can hear approach from outside, and 2 men with incredibly punchable faces walk in the door with a couple of rather attractive women around their arms.
Wow, they are very punchable.
Yeah.
Punchable.
They're like, hey, Erwin, get us some wine. We'll be in the corner. And Erwin's like, oh my gosh, these 2. Their Lady Walker's sons, they're insufferable, but he says that like low enough that they can't hear. And the 2, they seem to be kind of pushy with like the women, like they're like convinced them to come here, like they are going to use their influence in some way to like get them in trouble or get them favors or something. Like the women like don't seem into it at all, but like they're just over there having a riotous time, making dirty jokes and drinking up all the wine while you guys are sitting at the bar.
You have a punchable face, lad. No, I'm just kidding.
Say that.
No, I'm just eyeing them suspiciously. They can see my surcoat.
Yeah. Like one of them takes notice of you, but like doesn't. He's like, whatever. I'm above. I don't need to deal with that kind of an attitude. And they're just sitting there drinking more, being louder and louder.
Minding my own business then.
Does anyone want to do anything while you're in the tavern?
I stare at them while I drink with my unblinking frog eyes.
All right, what's everyone doing?
Oh,
I am finishing my drink and then going to bed.
All right.
So, Erwin, what's your opinion on the Vistani? You get business from them?
They're troublesome. We get lots of business from them. They love wine. And Michaela, if you want to, your character can go to bed right now.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, yeah, that's fine. So Enya goes upstairs and goes to bed.
Night, Enya.
And this
Good
won't take much longer. So it's not like she's going
yeah,
to miss too
I don't
much.
think I'm missing anything. All right.
I just want to figure that out because she's clearly
Good night.
Anyways, good night.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, the Vistani, they're trouble sometimes. A lot of the time. Well, all the time. They're trouble. Try to not get involved with them too much. That's kind of my advice for everything. Don't get involved. It's a really great way to.
We've already failed miserably at that.
Oh well, that's to be expected from people like you, adventurers out seeking. I commend you for it. I think it's honorable.
So you think it's honorable, but you also say we shouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, if you're looking out for your own good, then no. But if you want to do some good around here, you could do a lot worse. As you guys are continuing to, drink
Wonderful weather we're having here.
No, it's not. It's always awful. What are you doing? Can I interest you in some wolf steaks, by the way? You seem hungry. It's our specialty around here. We have a number of hunters who bring in wolves, and we make wolf steak.
I would love some. Bring me a couple if you could.
All right, he brings
You
out wolf.
describe the flavor.
It's delicious. It's the best steak you've ever had.
I
look at
do not. I do not partake.
Amy.
All right.
I would like
he
a
brings
steak.
He brings out steak for everyone who wanted it. It's all right. It's clearly one of the best foods in Barovia, but that isn't saying a lot.
I'm gonna enjoy it more than the others because I freaking love the hunting food because I'm
all right.
Lion.
Yeah. He's like, how do you like it? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. All right. Tender.
Yeah, a lot of people like eating the wolf steak. Some kind of revenge, I think. They some catharsis they get. Oh yeah, you're digging it. I can see it. You probably eat them raw, don't you?
Only in drastic occasions.
I'm sorry.
How are you doing that?
Doing what?
He's like, it really sounds like he's eating something.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of my specialties. No, as I swallow, I'm like, do you get a lot of trouble from wolves here then?
Oh, wolves are all over the place in Barovia, especially around the towns. They like preying on people who walk too far. There's hunters in Vallaki though. They go out and they kill wolves. There's a good number of them around here. Not like an army of them, but like 10, maybe 10 or so.
They're not organized, are they? Or is it just a population?
They're maybe a
Told
couple.
you that it was organized.
In small teams, they are.
You can stop making those noises.
What can I say? The wolf meat. It's just
convincing as they are.
Yeah. The boys in the corner. They pipe up, kind of interrupting you guys. Like, Erwin, bring us food. We're hungry. Bring us some steak. Erwin's like, oh my gosh. Danica, can you grab some steak for them? Or can you here? I'll bring it to them. You can take over helping our guests here.
Have these children no respect for you?
They're Lady Walker's sons. They're trouble. They're nothing but trouble.
Oh, I thought you said his kids did that.
Yeah, no, not his kids.
No.
Father, bring us ale.
Those two punchable faces.
I lean over to Danica. I'm like, why do you serve them?
God, well, their family's powerful. I mean, we're relatively well known in the city, but we can't afford to piss off everyone. So, they give us trouble, we give them trouble. It's a bit of a give and a take. We just try not to stir up more trouble than we need to.
I look over to Droog and I'm like, it's called business, Droog. A business. That's
business.
As you guys are sitting, one of the two Wachter brothers kind of looks at Droog, like notices him staring, which you said you were doing earlier, and is like,
yeah, I have stopped by now, but I was.
Yeah, well, at the point at which he notices you staring, he says, You, mind your own business. What are you, some kind of beast?
Maybe.
keep your eyes to yourself. They're creepy and ugly.
I like waggle my eyebrows, but then I turn away.
I'd be careful with this one. It's got more brains than you do combined.
He's like, who are you?
I stand up 8 feet tall, and I'm like, my name is Brunyorn Dawnbreaker, bringer of the light.
To a less considerable 5'11".
I stand on my stool.
But he clearly thinks of himself as a lot taller. He's like, I'd watch it if I were you. You don't know who we are.
I
Actually,
grabbed Brunyorn by the shoulder.
Wait, hold on, no. Actually, I know exactly who you are, and I'm looking to have a council with your mother.
Why she
That came out wrong.
With someone like you.
He
As
just
you
did
can
he
imagine,
just make it, did Brunyorn just make a your mom joke?
Yeah, what are you planning on doing?
With our mother, what do you mean by that?
I was gonna say, do you recognize this this surcoat? I have some interest in whatever your mother deals with.
We don't take any business in that. We don't care what she does. We like women and we like wine. That's it. That's all we need.
So I've gathered.
Great. Can I punch him?
You can try.
I'm not gonna punch
how
him.
intelligent and widely varied your personalities are. Very intelligent.
Brunyorn, what if you just tell him to sit back down and roll intimidation?
Will probably get upset.
I will get upset because the guy told us not to fuck with anything, dude.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna.
We're gonna get kicked out of the village the first
How
night
about
we're
you
here.
try that?
Yeah.
Ethan, sit through.
Well, I don't have an intimidation modifier. So
I don't either.
Use your
oh,
strength.
well, I have.
You can
I
use your
use
strength.
Yeah.
No, Cithrin, don't do that. I grab
Do it,
Cithrin's arm
Cithrin, do it.
and hold him back.
I'll help.
All right. I sit
We're
back
not here
down.
to make trouble.
Reconsider.
Isaac, are you rolling for?
Oh no, I wasn't doing anything. I was starting something.
Yeah, that's right. You better sit back down.
Well, no,
you're
you see, because
dealing with
I started that other conversation with them to like just completely change the subject to throw them off, so they shouldn't be feeling at odds with or like challenged by me in any way anymore, because I threw them off.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was doing. And I was like, anyway, I'll get back to my wine drinking if you get back to yours, and try not to get into any trouble now.
Wait, you say that to him?
Yeah.
He stands up. He walks over to you. It's like, who do you think you're talking to here? He's like, he's standing far enough from you that you can tell that he doesn't want to get too close. But
I'm standing on my stool next to Brunyorn with my chest puffed out.
I don't know. I don't know. Who am I talking to? I'm new to these parts.
I'm what's his name? Which one's talking to you guys? I'm Nikolai Wachter. And you better watch it around me.
You better
I'll be
walk
watching
it around
it.
me.
You, I promise I won't make a single, scary move around you. Sorry.
I got a 7.
They don't seem very intimidated by a little frog.
I'm intimidated by you.
I'm still puffed up.
Oh yeah, all right. So what I'm actually gonna say is like, don't worry for me. I wouldn't dare.
As Cithrin stands up off of his stool, towering up to his full height.
How tall is Cithrin?
Nikolai, it's like 7'6" or something crazy.
Yeah,
not quite as tall as Brunyorn, but almost. But also he's got
the horn.
Together though, we look close enough to be.
I'd like to stand up and gently tell them that we are very intimidated by their display, and we'd like very much for them to sit back down, if that's all right with them.
So they don't scare us any further.
As you stand up, you can see him like wilt in front of you, as he clearly loses all interest in he's like, well, I think we've made our point. Come on, Carl, let's find somewhere else to. Let's find somewhere else to. Let's go. He, his brother, and their dates make a hasty exit to the inn. If you guys don't do anything else,
let's let them leave.
Come back soon.
Yeah. All right.
That whole time I'm
wondering why they were more intimidated by Cithrin's height.
We'll miss you.
Antlers. He's got a big ass antler.
Yeah.
Also, I literally have my helmet is a skull, so they can't see my face.
Yeah. Also, as they leave, Erwin's laughing to himself. I've never. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. They were so freaked, dude. That was amazing. No. If they come after you, I will vouch for you, dude. So great to see them put in their place.
It was no problem.
Yes, thank you. You little frog, you. I like you guys. You guys are great.
Good. you are quite an entertaining man yourself.
The bard, by the way, when you guys were having that altercation, he was still just kind of sitting in the corner, like watching silently.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, like you.
Alright, I'm
What
getting
are you looking at? I raised my fist.
But as you guys finish up your drinking for the night, Erwin's like, let me show you to your room, and I can do that because I have this whole place mapped out.
Well,
he brings you guys up to this room here. There's he's like, well, we don't have too many people staying with us right now, so you can have your choice of rooms. There's a couple of singles, or there's a dorm, there's a couple of doubles, whatever you want to do.
I shall
not that room over there. That's Rick Tavo's, the bard's. He's been staying with us for a while, a few days, maybe longer.
Sister and I share a room.
All right.
Yeah.
As you guys are
I'll sleep with Grunyorn.
Okay.
I have words to speak with you, Will.
Then I'll be with Enya. Or I get my... Wait, you said there's a couple of singles?
Yes.
I get my...
No, doubles.
Oh, okay.
Go in with Enya, because then when she wakes up, you're just like there staring at her.
Yes.
Blinking frog eyes.
All the way to the wee hours of the night, you can hear muffled sounds of philosophical debate from behind where we're sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Wow.
As you guys are heading to bed, by the way, the half-elf bard stands up and approaches you. He leans in. He's like, "That was quite the display you put on for those two brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty great. I like that. I like you guys. If I would warn you, don't get into too many altercations like that here in Vallaki. You'll swiftly find yourself in over your head."
Well, that was the plan. Do not do it.
It did simply come our way.
Went pretty amazingly for you then. He like laughs to himself.
This is the noise this song is happening while he laughs.
Yeah, this is exactly. No, he's
Skeletor's voice.
That
was an incredible display.
Maybe I'll see you in the morning. Maybe I won't. Riktavo, by the way, and he holds out his hand to shake all of yours.
I cast Mage Hand in order to shake him.
We all just stand there staring off.
I take his hand. I shake his hand and I give it a good firm grip to test his grip. You gotta find out.
Right,
I shake his hand normally without trying to test him.
Okay.
I try to impress him with my Mage Hand, and also because I don't want to poison him.
That's fun. That's a fun Mage Hand there.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm kind of not focused. I need to check something. Okay, Isaac. Wait, who was checking his grip strength?
It was Aiden.
I was.
Yeah.
Roll strength.
Oh no. I only rolled a 14.
Oh, you guys are evenly matched.
Whoa.
Nice.
I give him a nod.
He gives you a nod, tips his hat to you. And he heads over to his room, which is on the other side of the inn. It's for everyone outside. It's this door here, over here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, and everyone retires for the night.
What a good boy.
I want to find the secret treasure map, dude. That's what I want.
You know what? Yeah. Erwin. No. Riktavo. He, in his conversation with you, I meant to do this before, but I forgot how I was going to do it, and then I just remembered. He hands you a map.
This is why you always stick around.
Is it a treasure map?
Of Barovia.
Gotta stay for the post
He says
session.
you might find this
Yeah.
helpful.
What mouse?
Which one of these was I going to use? Okay, yes. It's, not necessarily 100% accurate.
What do you want?
You now have a map
What do you do?
of the land of Barovia that might give you some idea of where. Given to you by him.
Wow, that is so incredibly
Wow.
helpful.
Wait, there's a place called Barovia
Yeah.
in Barovia?
You might find out what's going on there if you go there.
I want to visit Barovia in Barovia.
You guys feel free to study this because you guys got this like in character at night, so you can spend the whole night studying it.
Dude,
Especially
this
if you're an
means
elf.
I can finally figure out where I have to go to get all the secrets. Finish the compendium.
The new map provided the party a small comfort, no longer having to blindly wander the winding roads of Barovia. Even so, they found the map did not accurately match the path in their own memories. Would its inaccuracy lead to trouble in the future? For now, at least, it seemed Vallaki would prove to be an interesting stop in their travels. And while the Blue Water Inn provided all the amenities needed for the night, the group rested uneasily, wondering what secrets were tucked away in the dark cracks of the city structures.